Hello!
And
I heard that.
we should be good.
Cool.
Okay, time to turn off the stream forever so I don't hear my voice.
Gross. I feel the same way.
Layout look good. We can hear ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes. 10 out of 10.
Cool.
10
10 out of
out
10.
of 10.
Would stream again. Awesome. Okay, dokie. We are on the internet, apparently.
Apparently.
Welcome, apparently so. Welcome back to the continued adventures of the Disenchanted as they see their adventure continue towards something big, possibly. Who knows? Wait, I do. Anywho, so recap from last time, not last week because obviously we had that off, but from last session with this group was you have successfully pulled off your plan to infiltrate the vault's compound. You managed to silence the bell and disable the what you found to be automated crossbow turrets that were placed in the towers to the left and to the right at the front of the compound walls. Although you managed to catch the attention of some guards, you managed to take them out in no time at all with minimal damage and managed to get yourself into the central vault building, as it would seem. After dealing with a bit of a fire trap as you all entered and the door closed, seemingly locked behind, you managed to find this central room guarded by more of these mechanical assailants. As the guards that you fought outside and inside all seem to have this strange sort of machination of them rather than being human as much as they look human. We are going to do a little bit of a retcon, just because I realised when I read my notes that I'd made on what you guys were facing. The spell, the spell that Caitlin cast for Nashara, which was the dispel, would have worked. I just read my notes, so I do apologise for that, Trips. That's on me. I misread what I'd done. But, so the way we'll flavour it is that we'll say that, obviously we described that it had flickered, but had managed to stabilise. We'll say that as you managed to complete the puzzle that was set in the room, which was like a timed puzzle that you all had to be touching symbols of the champions of this ancient pantheon that you're all stumbled into. As you ascend the stairs, the last person up the stairs notices that the second tower of flame dissipates and falls into this kind of fog, ash that clears. So you now have, if that, I don't know who was last up, but they could obviously relay that they both are now available, so you can either continue upstairs or you can double back if you wanted to go downstairs first. So it's Disenchanted. Where are we headed for?
So I think we decided we did not want to split the party.
Yeah.
I think that was the decision we made.
We're already headed upstairs, guys. That's more effort to backtrack.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to go down more stairs like have to do it again. I'm already headed up. That's my vote.
No problem. So
up and away.
Up and away. That's fab. So as we sort of briefly described at the end of last section, you get a very cold, chilled wind that seems to be casting across this room. There's a very sort of smell of sort of decay. It's like not like as in decay as in like you would expect for old buildings, but certainly some sort of decay of people, of humans, of life that seems to have been passing away. It seems to reek. You get that same sort of oily kind of earthy smell that you got when you first entered the building also. And at the moment you see a very minimal amount of light. You see that obviously for those that have dark vision you see a little bit more, but for those who don't have dark vision there are a very sporadic amount of torches dotted all around this upper floor. Who would like to go adventuring first?
Val will be right out the gate, just marching forward. I mean, making sure people are somewhat close behind him, but he'll definitely be moving forward into
Sure.
this corridor. I mean, he's keeping his eyes peeled about him, but
Awesome. Anyone else following? Is anyone want to do say something else in the meantime?
Oh, I'll definitely follow, even though I can't see.
Yeah.
I think last time someone cast
Oh,
a light.
yes, I cast.
Oh,
I
yeah.
cast dancing lights.
I cast light on your sword.
Yeah. I don't have a sword, though.
I
Mace.
cast light on your maul.
I think
Maul,
you cast
that's
light
what it was,
on
not
your
mace.
sword.
I cast light on something. No. Light is somewhere within 20 feet of Halvar.
Yeah, I think what I decided last time was that I was going to cast dancing lights and have it like follow us, like spaced out between us. Let me check the spell to give you exact parameters on that.
So it's 3 orbs of light, right?
4, actually.
Oh, is it 4? Lovely.
It sure is. 4 torch-sized lights within range. They can appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs. I'll do glowing orbs. Caitlin! You can also combine them into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form. No, I'm not going to do that.
And I remember.
Sorry. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is space it out between us to put like one at the front. Well, should I do 2 at the front and 2 at the back, or should I space it out and do one at the front, 1 at the back, and 2 in the middle? What do you think, guys? Well, who does not have dark vision is the better question.
That's me.
Just
barbarians.
Halvar and Nashara and Thea.
I need to check to see if I don't think Cordelia has dark vision. I'm checking.
I feel I don't think she does either. Actually,
Cordelia doesn't, but Shane does.
Yeah, I do, but I see in shades of red instead of gray. Okay. So yeah, what I'll do then is I'll do 1 at the front, 1 at the back, and 2 in the middle. In however formation we're spaced.
I know Cordelia was up at the front when we last got up here, so I think I'm going to keep her there.
Okay.
I currently just need to see in this area. This is the only part that's dark.
So I'm going to say I put the light, because I have dark vision, I'm going to say I put the light either on top of your head or on your weapon, Halvar.
Do we decide to fuck it with stealth, or are we going to try to stealth through this? Because right now we can't see.
Fallow is clad in armor from head to toe and is at the front. I mean, he can try, but he's making a lot of noise.
Point is, do we want to barge in, or do we want to try to sneak around as a group?
So those 4 torches that are on the ground are your dancing. So just
let me swap back. Oh, cool. Oh, I can move them. Okay, yeah. So, 1 at the front by Fallow. Oh, that's so cool! Okay. And then, 2 in the middle. So, kind of like a weird diamond-y thing. It's braced around whoever's in the middle on 2 sides.
Oh, okay,
and then
so
a front and back.
1 at front, 1 at back, and then 1 in the wings.
Yes, you got it.
Cool. So, excellent. So, you march forward. Anyone else anything before we move on?
Cleo puts her
No.
hood up, but it's not so much to stealth, and she stays in the back, near the back.
I'm going to stay
Understood.
up in the front, if not ahead of, then with.
I have no stealth. I'm going to back.
I technically have a.
Do we want to try and sneak this? Because I can do.
No.
If you wish,
You're gonna be a forward scout.
You more than certainly. I'm not going to be too lucky, so I can try, but this armor is very loud.
I'd say we're pretty well equipped. We've been planning this long enough.
Okay, walking forward, then I'll just open the front line.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead a little bit and just try and peek forward. I'm not gonna go,
Okay.
Peeky peek.
especially since I can't see super well in any of this.
The way I'm setting up the dancing lights is basically whoever takes the lead, there will be a light in front of you.
Okay.
Like, I'll just move it. So, like, if Halvar goes in front of Fala, then it's going to go in front of Halvar.
There is a light on Halvar. Halvar, would you like me to put out the light on top of you?
Might be helpful.
Does it make
Alright.
you feel special?
I'm gonna snuff the light.
Okay.
I got it handled, but the thought is appreciated. Alright. What's up with everyone else?
Cleo's staying in the back.
Okay.
Basically, just as much as I can stealth with a light next to me.
Olin will hang at the back, making sure that they will be
Can someone move me and Cordelia? I'm lagging pretty hard. I'm gonna need to restart my computer.
ragging pretty hard. Okay.
Ragging. Someone's ragging on him. Dancing lights is concentration, so Shane's going to be focusing pretty hard on that.
Mhm.
If anybody needs, like, if you need me to move these towards you, just let me know. But I'm not really paying much attention.
Alright. Do you want me to roll like disad for stealth if I've got a light near me?
Yes, if you're rolling stealth, then it would be a disadvantage because of the lights.
Alright.
And also because there's not really, other than the wall itself, as you kind of try to peek around, there's nothing
Yeah.
really to hide behind.
Mostly just peeking around corners, trying
You
not
know,
to...
no cardboard boxes, no Metal Gear.
Right, yeah. So, that's a
Colonel.
19 stealth.
With disadvantage? Dang.
11 plus 8.
Dang.
That's fine, no problem. So yeah, if you kind of reach the end of that wall, you although the light kind of makes it very obvious that that there's presence potentially somewhere, you get a very solid understanding that if anything's here, there's nothing that's going to be able to notice. And you see that the corridor again, there's the torch in the corner, but there's very little anywhere else. There's nothing that's devoid of anything. You hear the cool whisper of the wind carting through the room, and that smell of decaying and destruction seems to be getting ever stronger as you venture further down this corridor.
Is it safe?
I look back and send a message through the ring. This corner is all clear. Everyone can move.
Cool. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that we have the
Yeah.
ring, so I keep.
After kind of glaring a little bit.
Um,
Peek around that corner.
Peaky blinders.
Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders. Is Thea holding out at the back as well, or?
Yeah, she probably would, just to make sure nothing's coming up behind.
Perfect. So it's kind of like you've got
Barbarian at the front, barbarian at the back.
Yeah, I like it. Nice. So you guys are kind of just moseying down the corridor also. You obviously round this corner and see a doorway. It's a very sturdy wooden door, with like metal bars coming down from it. It seems to be, very similar to the doors that you entered through. There's also one to your rear as well. So it seems to be two kind of rooms.
Oh yeah.
Shoot.
Up of here. Again, the hallways just seem devoid of anything. Fallow, you notice as you're kind of in the middle of this group, as you're kind of skirting around, with others kind of just keeping an eye out for everything, you can see that there seems to be like where the kind of stone of the floor sits. You can see there's like chips. There seems to be like it doesn't seem to be like score marks from any weapons as such, but it's more like something or someone's been dragged across it and they've kind of chipped the stone in whatever attempt.
So, does it look like dragging, or does it look like scorching from like fire onto stone?
No, it's scoring, not
Scoring.
scorching.
Okay,
Scoring.
gotcha.
Yeah. So it's more like the whatever's been in this has been not at its own will. It seems like they've been upright and they've been maybe kicking or screaming because there's the score marks where the chips out of the stone are irregular. There's no like single drag pattern to them. It just looks like they're chipping. There's odd bits of stone and stuff that seem to be loose in the ground.
Gotcha. I'm gonna touch my ring and say, Halvar, check your feet. There seems to be something dragged here.
Okay. Do I see the drag marks?
Not at this door, but as the rear group, as you hear this similar message, they seem to be originating from the other door.
Mm.
They seem to, as you kind of look at that, you look down the corridor that Halvar and the rest of the group have already ventured down, and then you look back towards the other door and up this corridor. It seems to be that where Halvar and the rest of the group are, there's none of these chips marked. The floor's pristine, it's been well maintained, but the doorway to your left hand side as you look down this corridor, it seems to be whatever's been causing this damage to the floor has been originating from there.
So do we want to check out some sort of creature that can cause that effect, or do we want to check out this other door?
Mm.
Your choice. Just choose quickly.
Are they even open?
I don't know.
Check that door.
I will push on the door.
The door seems to be locked.
Shit.
Thea wants to put her ear against the other one.
Okay. Roll a perception
and
check.
hear any. See if she hears anything.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15. Okay, so as you place your ear up against the doorway opposite from the rest of the group, there doesn't seem to be any movement. You hear the very faint flicker of a torch or some light source still burning away. You hear the odd pop now and again of whatever fuel it's using as a light source. But there just seems to be that cool wind coursing up the corridor. Obviously, as you come through a narrow space between two walls, the wind seems to obviously take purchase more as it's focused downward. But as for anything making noise from that room, there's nothing at the moment.
She will then also try that door to see if it's open.
It is also locked.
Shit. I mean, we've got. I don't know if would Cleo have any of her things on her? Probably not.
No, Cleo has
I mean-
everything on her.
Oh, right! I forgot she came back and got the things.
Is there a
Okay.
keyhole on, I said to the ring, as I begin to approach Halvar, is there a key hole in the door?
Do I see a keyhole?
You do indeed. There does seem to be a handle and key hole that suggests that it's lockable from inside and out.
Yeah. I think we're going to need Cleo's help with one of them. We just need to make a choice.
Cordy, don't you have a spell that can like open locked doors?
Let's not waste.
Or am I crazy?
Let's not waste spells.
That's
Cool.
fair.
Cordy shakes her head. Only magical. Technically could unlock the door, but wouldn't be good.
Which door do you want opened?
Let's get the one by Halvar.
I will make my way over to Halvar, and I'm gonna check the door for traps.
Okay, roll your checking for traps check.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Hold on, some of my stuff has changed.
Oh, your check trap.
No problem.
26.
A 26. Excellent. So you feel around the door. There's like a little gap where the stone of the wall is into where the door's found and through the hinges and things, and you inspect it inside and out. You look through the keyhole to see if there's any sort of obvious signs of anything causing through the gap, but there's no traps. You're
Then I'm
yeah
moved to unlock
set.
it.
Okay. That'd be your lock picking. Dex plus proficiency with your thieves tools.
Wait, don't you have expertise in thieves' tools?
Yes.
Even
Yeah, so proficiency.
times 2.
24.
Oh, nice. Cool. So you pull out your thieves' tools. You obviously, as much as your memory is sparse over the last few weeks, you open these up and look at them, and these are as familiar as the hand that holds them. And you pull out the relevant tools. The door opens.
I back up.
I walk through.
Okay, give me 1 second. I will need to allow you to access too, so I need to go into the dynamic layer. Delete that.
I think before Halvar walks in, I would send an orb in just to like put it in the middle of the room, just to make sure there's nothing there.
So you would be able to do it from there, and then once you step in, fire it through.
Okay.
However, as you step through, you can see that there seems to be a light source from the rear of the room. The light that obviously is generated from the dancing light that follows you in casts enough light for you to be able to see that there are some sort of shelving. There seems to be a lot of paperwork, books here. That trunk that's at the far left of the room as you step in seems to be again fairly well maintained. It does look older, but it's not like it's old and decaying. It's very very well maintained. And then as you round the corner, there's enough of the light to be able to see that there's a desk there also.
All right. Well, I will head over to the desk. I'll say it looks clear, but I'm gonna rustle through the desk, see if, just in case anything might pop off. I don't want anyone else to get hit.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. So make an investigation check for me on the desk.
15.
15. Okay. So you rifle through the notes on the table. They seem to be just blank sheets of paper with an ink quill that's on the table. There's nothing written on it at the moment. You can see that there's been impressions of something written on top of it, but it's like more like when you have like a large notepad that's kind of sits underneath a lot of the things you write on. So it's like there's been so many things written on top of it that it kind of sort of everything melds together. It just looks like a bunch of squiggles. The drawers themselves are open, and you break through them, and they're all empty, but no traps, no negative effects.
I give the all clear, and I would suggest anyone who is a bit better at understanding some of these things come take a look.
What are they?
There's lots of different papers. I don't know what any of
So
these are really
reading.
talking about. I mean, I could read,
Anyone who's better at reading?
but some of you might be able to decipher some of the squiggles on that page or whatnot. And
Sure. Well, it wouldn't be me.
Yeah, Cordelia and Fowler are just going to be kind of standing outside.
Cleo
Okay.
takes a deep breath and goes into the room to start investigating.
Okie dokie. Nashara, what are you up to?
I think I'm going to join Thea. I think I'm going to join Thea by the other door.
Okay, that's
They
absolutely fine.
found an empty office. I'm not interested.
Cool. And yeah, I think Olin and Amphi will probably hang out by that door also. Shane, what are you? Are you chilling by the door? Or are you following in also?
Yeah, I think just to like maintain the flame that's in there.
Okay,
Just kind of hanging by the door.
that's fine. As you guys head to that shelf where there seems to be a mixture of paper, there are again very few things that seem to have anything written on them. It looks like there's, as the light kind of casts over it and you inspect the paper thoroughly, again, it looks like there's impressions on it, but there doesn't seem to be any ink transferred per se.
Then that's on all of the shelves and tables for all of the
Yes.
papers.
Any piece of paper that you can see seems to have impressions where something's possibly written, but it seems to be written in either a strange language or you can't actually see any ink on the paper itself.
Okay, I'm gonna take out a pencil,
Mm-hmm.
a lead pencil, and gently scratch over, like take a rubbing.
Okay. As you rub over a sheet of paper, it's exactly as you see the impressions. They seem to be sort of, as you sort of scribble over the paper, you pick out odd sort of lines here and there, but they don't seem to make sense. But what you see sort of across most of the paper is that the lead itself is faded. And when you lift up the lead pencil from the paper once you've finished scrolling across enough of it, you notice that there's tracings of that there's something on the end of your pencil, like that something's like scratched off the paper.
Hmm.
And when you look at it, it's kind of like a cross between candle wax and like gelatin petroleum type thing.
They
It's very
put
sort of
white out
viscous.
all over the top of these papers?
Hmm.
They just like white out all of these papers?
Well, the paper itself is obviously your normal parchment color, but that sort of is as Cleo takes the pencil over, she scraped off um, some material from it.
If I use my fingernail to scratch away some of that on the paper, what happens?
Mm-hmm. When you scratch yeah, you see again there's there seems to be more of these lines that seem to appear. It's almost like whatever's been on the paper seems to have filled these gaps, almost like kind of when you put plaster on a wall. It's kind of like filled the gaps, but again there's no ink there.
Hmm.
Greg, would I know just from my background what this is or how to?
Yeah, roll a history check, and if you don't already have proficiency in it, add proficiency for your
History.
silver plate. Yeah.
Add my proficiency.
Add it, yeah, because
22.
it's kind of
I rolled
22.
a
Fab.
I rolled a 14.
So when you kind of rub it between your fingers, you instinctively know that smell can also help discern what it is, and you smell it a little bit, and this memory floods back that you remember that as much as thieves can't is also a great way of underground sort of dealings being transmitted safely. You know that they also apply kind of a wax-like material over paper that if you set fire to it, the parchment itself will be saved, but it draws the ink from almost like it's the ink itself is what's causing the sort of the causing it to be blank. That it draws the ink onto the page and you can see any hidden messages.
If I burn it.
If you like take fire to the top, like almost like like when you have like like in real life you put lemon juice over like you write in lemon juice, that kind of thing.
Hey,
But this is like a wax material that does it.
Shane.
What's up?
Can you? This is gonna sound very weird, but can you light this wax on fire? Just a simple spell. Just touch it and light it on fire.
Yeah, I can absolutely do that. I'll walk in the room. I'm like, fire, wall of fire.
Little fire.
Are you sure?
Just like he did to the jester. Just like he did.
Just like that
Little
jester.
fire.
Fuck that jester. Is it? It doesn't matter. The placement is just for our benefit, not for game benefit. Yeah, I'll use produce flame, and that can actually burn things, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, but what I'll say
Yeah.
is because it's like you are born of flame, you're able to control as much as you're able to produce flame. You can also like control the sort of how much flame is.
Sure. I mean, I also literally have control flames, so
exactly.
you know.
It
So
makes-
you know, yeah. So I'll just produce a little, like just a little tiny flame in my hand, and then just like burn it, just perfectly shaped right along the wax.
Awesome. So as you
Like I'm showing off.
is sort of you take it over to this one that Cleo's given you. However, you notice that as you're rifling through these other pages that they seem to have that same feel to them. So you give them off to Shane. You find 4 of them have written things on them. Oh, why? Hold on. It seems to not want to allow me to send them. Send. Okay. Wait 2 seconds, and then I will upload these into Roll20 for the joy of the audience. So give me unos momentos, por favor.
We've got stats.
You did the same one twice.
Did I?
By accident. Yeah, it's okay though.
2 subject ones.
All right, yeah.
Unless they're both. Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Ha
ha ha ha ha. So yeah. Give me un momento, and I will get these into Roll20. But yes, so while I'm loading these into Roll20, you see that these seem to be in notes. They don't seem to make sense other than it's described as subject, that they seem to be monitoring 3 different people or objects or something. You get the sense that potentially it could be people purely because of the whole mention of life force and energy. Going from your investigations from previous before the when you first made it to the monastery and you knew that they were drawing energy and things. So this seems to be fairly similar to that kind of interpretation.
Do I recognize
Don't worry,
this
guys.
handwriting?
Roll a history check again for me. This time, obviously, without.
Is this in common, Greg?
Yes, it's all written in common.
No.
A 6. The handwriting doesn't seem similar. It's very uncouth. It's not really normal cursive. It seems to be sort of hastily written or written, and not on like a solid table, almost like they've been walking while writing or something.
Don't worry, guys. This is just their character sheets.
Yeah, I was gonna say this looks like character sheets for a mod, like a new game system.
I think I say in the earrings. I think the ante has just been upped. They're doing testing on prisoners down here.
Fuck. Shane, like when she's burning this away, like she's super excited, but then when she actually reads them, she's like, "Oh no." Not the kind of code I really wanted to crack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you need me to burn in here?
Can I search the desk for any false bottoms or anything like that?
Oh, you can indeed. Roll an investigation check for me.
It took over the mess.
Didn't we already know?
I'm still on top of it, though. It's great.
Didn't we already know doing experiments, or was that just something I assumed?
That
We
was
knew
just
they were
something you
doing them.
assumed. We knew they were doing
knew.
torture. We knew they were doing torture and weird kidnappings. We didn't know what they were doing.
You knew from the investigations you were doing back in the Empire and at the monastery that, the cult that seems to be operating there that were, the sort of subjects of Salazar seem to be drawing energy from the people they were kidnapping, that they were using that as an energy source. So you're logically you're putting two and two together, which is perfectly reasonable, seeing as it's talking about life force and resistance and energy and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously this is a different land, a different group that you're facing, so you're not sure if it is exactly the same, if everything is connected. But you can pull your own.
We can send pictures over the rings, right? So I actually see these pictures and go, oh.
It's like a VR headset.
Yeah, basically.
Perfect.
What is that name, by the way? Is that Azaruch? Azaruk?
Yes. So as you're reading this,
It's the name of
one,
the.
Probably the demon
It's a name I
organized.
have written down in my book. So.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
It is a
Azeroth-
familiar name.
Azeroth, you
Sorry.
know, when you had your dreams previously, and when you were sort of had this demonic voice reach out through Shane and through Thea, you know that seems to be the demonic presence that's plaguing this land, that's plaguing Vinchestan, or Eldraine as a whole. But that's the sort of main thing that you pull from this, is that and that's where your main comparisons from what happened in the Empire to now seem to be, is that what Salarzit was doing, Azeroth seemed to be is doing the same. So
Cool.
that's why subject 3. But subject 1 and 2 are here as well. So I will pull them up for the audience, for you guys at home, to see exactly what you guys are seeing also.
Oh, I got like super bit crushed for a second there, and I was like, oh. But it's good. It's good now.
So that is subject 2. It says a better source of energy, but muddied the experience by being not so willing. So they have quite a high resistance score. Not sure if they're scoring it at 10, 25. Sure. That's subject 2. And then subject then. Again, we will make it bigger. Oh.
Good song.
And then this one here says needs more energy, find stronger, possibly younger candidates. So you're not too sure if this is, an old person. Crap! You rolled an investigation for false bottoms and a desk drawer.
18.
An 18. Okay, so you have a rake through these drawers that seem to be that Howler checked and find anything there. You're focusing more on the drawers themselves, so you kind of take your trained eye over. There does seem to be a slight false, but as it drops, you can see that there has been something here. The dust that's in it is irregular. There has been something sitting in there for a long, long time, but whoever's cleared out this desk or cleared out of this place in a hurry seems to have taken something important from here.
I also think they know we're coming.
I mean, we've made a pretty big mark here. I'd be almost surprised if they didn't. Hopefully we prepared better than they did. So.
Then we should continue on.
Yep, this place gives me the heebie-jeebies. Let's leave, please.
Giving you the heaps. Okay.
Not a fan.
The four that remained by the other door, you see, and obviously for Fallon and Cordelia, you can see Shane, Halvar, and Cleo start to leave that officey type room and head back, seemingly unsuccessful in finding anything other than these 3 subject notes that were made. For the 4 that remain at the other door, are you guys going to try and make your way through, or are you going to leave it to the expertise of my friendly rogue, Cleo?
I think she did a pretty good job the first time.
So I guess I'll unlock. I'll check for traps first.
Okay.
Unless
Roll
there's
your
any
investigation.
objections.
Nope. Go for it. Be safe.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Yes.
So you kind of shaking the rust off with that first door, and again you know these tools like the back of your hand, and this one seems you almost as if you've done it before, as if it's like a tester lock that you've been training on for years, and you just go beep, 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 chuk, poof, and the door opens with ease. and you kind of like take your tools out. Put them away.
Maybe nothing that shiny, but
Yeah, no.
I step back.
I will send an orb in the room again. Just like maybe 10 feet in. I don't know. You gotta let me in.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that Eric Andre gift? Let me in! Let me in! And I'll put it like here. Ooh. Shane doesn't see anything. But Julia sure doesn't like it.
So Halvard, as you kind of take the same lead, Thea, are you heading in behind Halvard as well, or are you kind of just
Yeah, I think she will.
heading as well? Cool. So the two barbs take point and step in. You see, there's like a almost like as you first step in and your doors first open, there's like this wooden hook or some sort of system, and you see like there's like these metal hooks that are hanging from like a wooden board that's affixed to the wall. And then as you look to your left, once the light comes in, you see 6 cages, 5 of which have skeletons inside, and 1 is damaged, broken free of.
What you got?
Nothing good.
Is it as creepy as weird test subject letters?
There's
Do,
skeletons.
oh.
Yeah, I feel like bodies win.
I think yeah, bodies definitely win. Did we take those papers with us? Did we decide we were doing that?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
did we leave them?
No, I took 'em.
Okay. Okay, cool. Just wanted to establish that.
Mhm.
I'll pass it around like pamphlets. Check this out.
We only found 3 subjects, but there's 5 people in here, with 1 broken and missing. What is this thing in the corner here?
That's that wooden plinth that's affixed to the wall with the 3 hooks on them.
Okay.
For wedgies.
For sure.
Just to give them mega wedgies. Tell us what's going on, nerd.
But as you open and step through the door as well, obviously that smell of decay strengthens. It seems to be that the door held that smell pretty hefty. It's not gonna, unless anyone sort of wishes for flavor to kind of heave for it, but I'm not gonna make you roll
Roll to
constitution
puke.
saves. Yeah.
If this isn't what we're looking for, we should move on.
We should take a closer look real quick.
For what?
What they may have been doing.
Yeah.
Maybe you could come see if you see
Helpful.
any previous injuries or if they died of starvation. What was happening to them in here?
I'm not sure if it'll help anything, but I can.
Yeah, Nishara totally knows most about that. He should check it out. She should check it out.
Cool. Okay, gonna come over and check the dead bodies. Starting with this one.
Okay. So yeah, just roll a mass medicine check for me. Is anyone else doing? You got a dirty 20. Sweet. Is anyone else doing anything while Nishana checks out the skeletons?
Moving further away from the rooms.
Yeah, Shane, I was just gonna type this for flavor, but Shane's gonna just kind of like pick up on what's going on with Cleo and not say anything, but knowing that she is a heat source and it is cold and smells of death, she's just gonna stand really close to Cleo and just kind of be by her.
That's fair.
She's not interested in looking at skeletons. At least not right now.
Owen's gonna stick by as well. He's gonna stick by.
Sure.
Fletch, Fallow, and Cordelia.
Cordelia would probably go into the room to look at everything.
Go.
gosh. There's chucking. And then both fellows gonna have been just watching their backs and kind of just looking for any movement and looking for threats, really.
Oh yeah, there's absolutely no movement. The only thing that moves is the air. You're sort of struggling to see where this cold wind's coming from. It might just be the lack of mortar or something between the stones, but wherever it's coming from, it seems to be cooling the air quite a bit.
Fallow's also going to keep an eye on Cleo.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't walked away yet.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what Fallow's doing. And Cordelia is just coming inside, kind of looking like what's going on inside.
Awesome sauce. For Halvar, Thea, and Cordelia, while Nashara is doing her medicine checks, I need the 3 of you to roll perception checks, please.
Don't like that. Not a fan of that.
I'm okay with it.
17.
17?
16.
16? And then Fletch, if you roll for Cordy's perception for me.
Let me pop that up here. That's going to be. Oh, please have a good perception. Not bad. 16.
16 total. Okay. So as Nashara is working her way around the cages, the metal seems to be fairly frail. So where you kind of need to make maybe a little bit of room to get closer to the skeleton to make more of a check, you're able to move the metal just enough. Obviously, you can use your own smithing abilities as a cleric of the forge. You'd be able to melt it as need be. What the 3 of you hear, especially Halvar being that little bit closer, is that Nashara, as she stepped over that threshold between where the cages start and where you're kind of hanging fire for the moment. You hear a click every time she steps on the cage, by a cage. There seems to be like some sort of pressure pad or something by each cage.
Wait, I'm not hearing this?
Yes. So that sorry,
Okay.
yeah, I misdescribed that, but yeah, it'd be yourself and Halvar would hear that. But nothing happens on the 2 times that you've done it so far.
Would you like me to try those out first?
Sure, if you like. I'm not really sure.
Don't want you guys to get caught in anything.
Why would they trap the outside of the cage?
Perhaps they had trouble with them escaping. There's
Well,
one
not
with
anymore.
All right, please back up, and I'll go. I'll make sure that none of these are doing anything to us.
Cool. So are you like going around every single cage, activating each pressure pad?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at them, see if I can see anything about them. But if I don't see anything, then yeah, I'll just.
Cool. Yeah, roll an investigation check for me.
13.
So yeah, you're not really able to sort of discern. You've never really seen traps of this. Like you've seen obvious like traps for animals and things that are sort of less discreet, but this one seems to be built under the stone of somewhat. Whatever's connected to these pressure pads is built underground. You're not able to see anything from your kind of scale over in the dimmed light that seems to be that's burning from the dancing light.
Yeah, I'll go step on the plates and then maybe like wiggle the bars a little bit, see if it's supposed to just let them loose or something.
Okay. When you step to the first 2 that Ashara stepped on, there's no click. You shake the bars, some rust comes off of it, a bit of dust flies, and some of the skeletons move ever so slightly. And again, as you step on the second one, nothing happens. You shake the cage, the same happens. When you get to the other 4 cages, sorry, the plates activate again. And then once you get to that last plate and you step on it, you shake obviously there's nothing in the cage except that it's broken somewhere, that something's escaped. And you shake it, the dust comes off, and you step off the plate. Nishara, from where you are, you see this beam of light maybe 30 seconds later, this sort of tunnel of light appear from the ground. And it flickers almost like a wave. It's not like the same pillar that you saw from the over the stairs. It seems to be kind of like a half pillared wall, and it waves. And you know this sensation over you like automatically. You feel that kind of cleansing wave cover off your body, and as it after 5 or 6 seconds, the wave seems to distill itself back into whatever actions underneath. You know that this seems to be some sort of lesser restoration spell that's to be triggered after inspecting all of these cages.
That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was a lesser restoration. I'm wondering if these were some sort of sick patients.
Well, they're in cages. I'm not sure patience is the right word.
The worst hospital ever.
More like people that they wanted to keep alive for the time being.
Despite being tortured.
How did the first two die, by the way? I haven't inspected two bodies.
Yeah, so what you got from the first inspections, as you realised, then picked up that these clicks are pressure pads. There's no skin, there's no obvious exterior. The bones look as if whatever's taken their outer flesh hulk off, it's been like picked clean, almost like it's been like melted in acid, that's burned away all the biological outside stuff and left nothing but the enamel of the bone underneath. The first two definitely come across as human. Do you continue on to look at the other four? Oh, the other three, sorry. Okay, so as you make your way to the third one, the exact same, that these bones are clean as a whistle, but the structure of the bones seem to be less human and more dwarven. They're shorter. The femur bones are much shorter, so definitely dwarven, possibly gnomish, but you think through the thickness of the bones, it suggests more like it was a dwarf. And as you get to the last set, again, this seems to be more human in nature, but slightly taller. The bones slightly not frailer, but definitely more akin to what you would think of like elven. They're far sort of more like made up to be that sort of that skull, especially like a little bit more elongated than what a human would be. And then obviously you've the fifth one, where this again seems to be the bones themselves much thicker, much heartier, but they seem to be much, much bigger. And from your previous experiences traveling in the group, you know that these seem very similar bones to what you found back in the Empire, when you were traveling towards a dwarven town, and you found in the back of the cart. And these seem to be those similar orcish bones that were being transported by someone.
Okay.
So there's definitely that fifth skeleton seems to be harder, orcish. Could be a Goliath, but you think that Goliath probably would have been much bigger, much thicker bones. They're far harder than the orcs, so you get that vibe from it. And then obviously the sixth cage is empty. Seems as you kind of check over the metal, taking your kind of smith's eye over it, it's definitely been broken from the inside out, obviously where the bends of the metal have come from. And it doesn't look like there's been a tool mark on it, just whatever's been inside has just burst open the iron of the cage, and managed to escape somehow.
Well, that's not encouraging.
What's not?
Well, the bones are completely clean, and the bars are torn out from the inside. So either something can destroy metal and consume everything but the bones, like some sort of ooze or something, or there's a bunch of like just flesh and meat zombies walking around. Either one of those possibilities are kind of gross.
I agree.
Did you speak this aloud or through the ring?
Through the ring.
So, you're just going to hear Fallow from outside the room just start laughing.
Let's go. Nothing more to be gained here.
I'm sorry, what's funny?
Oh, just the thought of flesh zombies without any bones, or the fact that there's a news out there. Either one is much nicer than what I've previously considered about this place. So, if our resident holy man deems that this is the worst case scenario, then I am in a joyful mood. We can take on zombies.
You have a strange sense of humor.
You know, the weird thing is I kind of agree with him. I thought they were just all really fucked up, but I mean zombies.
By the way, right here, insert joke from Patch. Like, I don't know what that joke would be, but there is definitely
Something about bones, like there's no bones
there's-
about it. They're zombies or something.
this is definitely prime Patch joke territory.
Right, I'm gonna have to Google now. A bone dad joke. Bone.
Oh no.
Might not be the best term.
Hold on. Wait. And I'm not gonna attempt to do Patch's all on voice because, yeah.
It's okay.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
What's the coolest part of a skeleton, though?
What?
The head.
What?
What?
The hip.
That's definitely up there.
Thanks. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's up there.
I was just wondering whose dad you're boning.
That's why I was
all right.
Believe
Now we've had a Patch joke. Now we can go. No.
Awesome.
Thank you for the pun.
So you you find these skeletons. You found this trapped lesser restoration spell, but trapped, possibly intended. Inserted dad joke. Where's next?
I guess the other direction, since we've run out of places to go here.
Yeah, I think it's time to go up to go down.
There was no other direction.
Right? Probably going to begin heading back and start heading down at the. Yeah.
Like there was nothing in this area over here, correct?
No.
It was just a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
We are down to walls and downstairs. So, Fallon and Cordelia have been, after laughing, they've been just walking back towards the stairs.
Beep beep beep.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Or fire, maybe?
Hopefully not fire.
Oh, the beeping? No, it's actually my dehumidifier telling me that it's full.
Oh, okay. Smart.
So neither. You were wrong.
Cleo will follow in the group.
Okay. Anyone anything with the upper floor before we move on down?
I think we're going up to go down.
Yep.
Down to go down, right?
So
was this as far as the stairs
to go
went?
down to go down. Yep.
Yes, yeah. The stairs don't go any further up. You reach the precipice of the stairs when you landed on this upper landing.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah. So there's only one direction back down. So
Understood. We return.
The bodies left that you've inspected previously have not moved. They are.
Oh, good.
It's good to know.
I thought you were gonna say they had moved, and I was like, what?
Yeah, it's like when you go back to a new area in games and they reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, I just killed you. Come on, man.
And you wonder if they do.
Zelda, I'm looking at you.
Zelda, yeah, definitely. What is your order for going back down the stairs, or is there
Or Dark
more?
Souls, yes. I feel like the same setup as last time would be, unless you have another idea.
Barb's up front.
What were you gonna say, Crap?
Near the back.
Near.
Hmm?
Oh no!
Rip.
We lost a friend.
We lost,
We lost 2, technically.
Yeah, where's that patchy patch?
And he had to.
Well, no, 2 because he's Jaeger.
He had to nip out. So, I'll go. Boom. Let's go to the back. Owen would chill out there. Possibly that round. And then, oops, sorry. Recording maybe there. Bang, bang, boom. Yeah, I think. Is that how you guys want to order it? You can chop and change as required.
Works for me.
I'm happy with that.
Okay. So, Thea and Halvar, I need you guys to make perception checks for me. And anyone that kind of, well, yeah, you guys first, but then as you move down, you can obviously filter any information.
We have a light.
Yes, I'm still. Dancing lights are still going.
Okay.
Okay.
Have been the whole time.
I got an 18 total.
Mm-hmm.
So perception.
Please, yeah.
12.
12. Okay. So as you both start to descend down these stairs, you notice obviously the rooms, the where the upper floor is obviously lit from behind the stair with the torch. This one seems to be very dark. But however, as you kind of take that one step further forward, then Thea, as you round the corner to begin to get down to the bottom of this spiral staircase, there seems to be this sort of. It's not. It's not torchlight because it's not flickering. It's not moving the light itself. It's a constant stream of light. It seems to be irradiating from the bottom of the stairwell.
Okay, we have light.
And this is obviously, I presume that you've got one in front, like one of Shane's dancing.
Yes, same. Same setup as always.
Yeah, you notice from the end as you sort of begin to descend, and you start to twist towards the entranceway to this this bottom floor. There's a constant stream of light coming from the room back into the stairwell.
I will continue. It's just light.
Okay. You all
Constitution saving throw.
No. What you see as you get to the bottom is I will need to ask you all to make stealth checks.
Stealth checks.
S'il vous plaît.
Okay.
Can do.
And then Kyle, if you roll for Amni, and then if anyone wants to nominate themselves until Fletcher gets back for Fallow and Cordelia.
You want all of us to roll these checks.
Everyone
all of
will need to
us,
roll a
yes.
stealth check, please. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do Fal and Cordelia while they're not here.
And then, does anyone want to do Olon?
I mean, I'll do Olan too while I'm at it. Why not?
Okay.
I'm just gonna type down in chat what I'm rolling. I'm just gonna roll straight 20s, and then you can add the modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This sounds good to me.
So,
Fallow rolled well.
Fallow has disadvantage though.
Because he has heavy armor.
Correct. Correct. All right, let's try again. Ooh, not good at all on the second one. Hey, Cordy was okay.
So his stealth is a +4, so he gets a 7. Okay. Cordelia's is 15 plus.
I got it in chat.
15 plus 2, which is 17, and then the 12 is your own one, yeah.
12 is mine total. For Olan, I also rolled 12, but I don't know his bonuses though.
hold on, is still +4, so he is a 7. 12 total. Yeah, Fal was a 7, Cordy was a 17, and Olin was fantastic.
I was a 14.
14 for Cleo. What did we get for Nashara?
I rolled a 19 and then I rolled a 2.
Ouch.
Yipe.
So 3.
3 total. Sweet. Thea.
18.
Nice. And then here comes the big 20 number something from Halvar.
I mean, yes, because so I rolled for Omni. I rolled a 2, which turns it into a 5.
Ouch.
But for me, I rolled a natural 20, which turns it into a 28.
Ew.
Okay. So,
He's so stealthy, he makes up for all of us, right?
almost.
Hopefully.
In fact, I will make it. Seeing as that's a nat 20, I will. Cool. So, as you all descend down the stairs, you see is the following setup.
Darkness imprisoning me.
Oh, did I see? Absolutely.
Okay. So you see this, and this one on the right hears some of the noisier descending people of their armor clickety clacking on the stair, and he doesn't say anything. He doesn't make any sort of gestures other than you see from his hand a sword irradiate in fire. And I will need everyone to please roll initiative.
Heck.
Heckin' yeah! Initiative.
Here we go.
Am I supposed to not be seeing anything on the screen at the minute?
Oh shoot, hold on.
Yeah, we had a bunch
I see the torches in the corners and the 2 guys with swords in the middle. That's it.
Hold on.
Nah,
I can see
thank you.
things.
Yeah, I had nothing, so.
It's my fault. I put the torches on the map layer, and it is nothing. Can you see the torches in the 4 corners now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Fantastic. So, I will roll the initiative. Ooh, that's good.
Oh, he is back.
He has
Hello.
Hurrah!
Good news.
Okay.
We failed stealth checks, so fight time.
I have like wonderful. That's like what I love to do. Okay, let me roll. Came back just at the right time.
Yes, you did.
Oh, my internet has.
I need to remember.
I had to roll 20, but it didn't just pop up because apparently I don't have a token. That's weird.
What's
All
that?
right, let
Sorry?
me.
For some reason, Roll20 always says, like, you don't have a token to assign to whatever.
Pop up on the turn
It
order.
always does that, though,
Okay.
so I just...
I also have a 1.12 initiative. I don't know why.
Because I think it's set up as fractions, possibly.
Yeah.
It does that so that if you and someone else... I think it's so that, like, if you and someone else roll the same thing, then it helps, like, offset it or something.
So that's a.
But that's what the modifier's for? That's, I don't know. This is weird.
Not unless you guys get the same, and then there's a tie.
Hmm.
Let me read that.
Aha! Found it. Woohoo! Very nice. Very nice.
It's attack time, boys.
Okay, dokie. So, they have. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. So, they. One got 20, one got 10. Halvar, your initiative, sir.
11.
11. What do you roll for Amni?
The exact same thing, so 10.
10. Cool. Then it is Philo.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for initiative. Cleo.
10.
10. Anyone roll for Olon?
I'll do it.
I gotta
Cool.
die. 7 plus whatever.
7 plus. Give me 1.
I rolled higher. It's okay.
Hold on. User profile. Oh, no, not usable. Well, I need to view the characters.
I think it's +4, so it's also 11.
Yes, it is 11. Nashara.
20.
Nice. Shane, you got 14.
Cool.
Cordy's.
Say again?
What was Cordelia's initiative?
Sorry, you said Cordy's. That's why it threw me off. That's
Cool.
a 17.
17. Thea.
25.
25
Woo!
for Thea.
Get it? Thea.
I rolled 17 and an 18, and then I have +7.
Oh,
So,
chips. Why did you not save these other ones?
yeah.
It was a 10, 12, 20. Cleo, what was
10.
Cleo's initiative? 10 as well. And then Olin was. What was Olin? You got a
11.
7. 11. I don't know why it didn't happen then.
7-11.
So, let me change this. There we go. Okie dokie, fam. Thea. So, what you see in this room, obviously, you see the 4 torches. You can see that the light cascades enough on it, and there seems to be these benches. Some may call them pulpits. That's for your interpretation. These 2 sort of armor-clad knights of some description, potentially. One turned towards you, one still facing towards whatever they're at the feet of. There's not enough light from what they are irradiating that you'll be able to see it. But you see also behind you, as you kind of scan the room to kind of try and make sure there's nothing there, there's these shields that are mounted on the wall. And as you look at one, it has this strange dragon depicted crest on it. And you have first initiative. What would you like to do?
Wait,
well, I
can
can't see much.
you clarify what that thing is in the middle?
Oh yes. So at the feet of that, so when you can see from the light that they're radiating that you don't get much of it. This bottom room's probably sort of 20, 25 feet high, so you've had to come down quite a bit to get to this room. But what you can see for the first maybe 5 or 10 of these large dragon-like claws and paws at the bottom, and you can see sort of like the beginnings of the bottoms of wings that have these sort of like tooth-like sort of parts on the spines of the wing. But you can't see from the light above where the kind of light creates this dome effect around these knights, that you can't see anything of the head above. And they seem to be, you can see from the sort of parts of light that there seems to be these 2 altars either side of this statue as well.
So it's a statue.
At the moment, potentially. You don't know.
At the moment.
Sorry to interrupt. I just needed clarification.
Absolutely. Fine. Sorry.
That's fine. I can't see anything, to even the point that I had to click blindly to try and find my token. So,
Yeah, I still have dancing lights up, Greg. If you could give me those torches back,
Yeah, pal.
that would be soup's great.
Boop.
It's like a church.
Biscuit.
Thanks.
yay,
Biscuit.
that's a little better.
Light up this bitch. Let me check the range of the room really quick. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, I'm straight up, like, the moment that I see it's dark in here, I'm just gonna do boop and boop. Just round this bad boy out for everybody.
So you would do that on your turn.
Yeah, I'm just putting them there now for reference.
Got it.
Well,
Okay.
technically it wouldn't be there. I'll make it fair. I'll be fair to you, Greg.
I'll be fair.
I'll be fair. Oh, I think I can move all the torches. Oops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ones in the corners. Yeah. But that's fine. Thea.
I won't do that.
Hang on, I just worked it out. Now I need to work it out. Dark. Thea is gonna start heading this way.
Okay.
I think that's 40 he was. And she's gonna she's gonna resummon the bow
Okay.
and hold her attack until one of those until the figure on the right starts to make any movements towards attacking us.
Okay, fab. So as you summon the bow, the flames cascade from your ring, and it creates the form of the bow. You see the flame seems to emit a little light in front of you. Gives you about 5 feet in front of range to see with light. So it's almost like you can kind of, it's like a magical torch of sorts. And you kind of hold back a bow again as you pull back on that magical string. The arrow itself sets itself in position, and you wait patiently for any movement from the right hand knight. Okay, Nishara, you're next.
Let's see. Well, whoever's running forward is doing light, so I'm going to do light and attack in one. Going to cast. I'm going to cast Holy One, and I'm going to put it on. I think I'm going to go with Thea.
Okay.
Cast, yeah. Holy Weapon on Thea, and I guess that's it. Really
So that's your spiritual weapon, right?
No, Holy Weapon, the
Okay.
5th level spell.
Ooh.
So your weapon now, bright light in a 30-foot radius, dim light for an additional 30 feet, and you do an extra 2d8 damage, radiant damage on hit.
Whose weapon was this again?
Shit.
Thea.
On the magical bow.
Dang, that's an OP bow.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So as Nashara, you cast a spell on the flame bow that Thea summoned. You see the light irradiate. It's almost like you've enriched the flame, and it bursts this light across the rest of the room. There's some more of the room, at least, anyway. And Thea's light seems to irradiate. And then what else were you casting?
Guess I'll move out here too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll cast. I'll do what's it called? Holy Weapon, Magic Weapon,
Spiritual.
Spiritual Weapon. Sorry,
The other one I said.
Spiritual Weapon, and I'll cast it out and over here this way.
There.
Yeah.
That's Fabby-Dabby-Doodles. Oh, no,
Yep.
No, let's do it.
And that's my turn.
That
also emits light.
It does indeed. What's the light it emits again? Is it same as the holy weapon, 30 but then 6?
Don't think it's that bright.
You are weeping.
You have to touch with Holy Weapon, and I'm a little far away.
Oh, whoops. I forgot about that.
Oh, is holy weapon a touch?
It's a touch spell.
Fine.
Well,
Yeah, and I don't remember how we are doing this anyway, but that would be 2 leveled spells cast in.
Be 2 what? Oh, yeah, I can use a spiritual weapon if I cast a spell, that's right.
But if you cast spiritual weapon, you could use a cantrip.
Yeah, I'm not going to cast spiritual weapon. Since it has to be a touch spell, can't really get to anybody. Or can't really get to her, so I guess spiritual weapon on, or holy weapon on Halvar's weapon.
Okay.
You can tank and do damage. That's my turn, because I don't really have a bonus action, though. I need more tea. Don't know why I'm this tired.
It's okay.
Mm.
That might help also. Okay. And then that is the end of your turn. Follow yourself.
I'm gonna go ahead and make my way up here using my action to dash,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna ready my shield
Okay.
and my regular blade. Or yeah. What seems to be going on here, by the way?
So as you get closer, again, the torchlight doesn't seem to give sort of much of a detailed description, but you can definitely
I have
see.
dark vision.
Yeah, so it's still dark and grey, so you can't see much of the detail that's really in the statue, but you definitely know that it is for sure a dragon. And you can see that that it's made of stone, it's mobile, it gives off no signals of being anything except the statue. The two guard, the one that hasn't turned their back, seems to be beginning to stand up. As you get closer, you can see them stand up, but they've not obviously had the chance to turn round yet. As with the other one, heard everyone coming down the stairs, or most people coming down the stairs, and has turned round. But you heard,
Actually,
what's that?
no. Carry on.
Okay. You can hear the one that's standing up seem to finish off uttering some prayer of some description. They were uttering words, but they were in a language I don't think you understand. But let me double check.
I know Celestial, Infernal, Elvish, and Common.
Oh, you do understand it then. You heard him finishing up by saying, "In your name, I will finish them."
He says that? Okay.
Mhm.
So I still have a bit of extra movement from the dash.
Mhm.
I'm going to move here, and I'm going to use Shield Master's Shelf to throw him back onto the ground.
Okay. Which is a contested roll, right?
Let me check here for you.
I believe it is contested athletics.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yes. Yeah, it's contested.
Athletics. Baller. That's one. So their athletics is garbage. 6.
Okay. See, mine was a bit less garbage than that. 16. I rolled an 8.
Nice. So yeah, as you hear him stand up and say in Infernal that in your name I'll finish them, you charge in with the rest of your movement and just dink him onto the ground. And the armor itself's not metal; it seems to be leather, so they're not really that heavily armored. It seems, but they hit the ground, and the cape that they're wearing kind of flaps off to one side. They are
And as I throw him to the ground, I say back in Infernal, "In my name, you will kneel before me."
See about that. Which is fabulous.
That's my turn.
Cool. So that is this chappie, which you knocked over. He is going to spend half of his movement to stand up. He will then turn around, and he will not speak to you. Will not, he's not going to retort in anything. What he's going to do is he is going to effectively, you see the leather armor start to glow. You see his hands start to glow with fire, and this wave of fire energy, this wave of fire engulfs this person in total. Perfect. Cool. You will need I get to roll this. Actually, roll a dex save for me. That seems unfair.
Delightful. Dex save?
Save, yeah.
Shield Master makes it easy.
Yes, it does. That's a 18.
18. Cool. So you take half. That's
I take none. Shield Master evasion.
Ooh, that's nice. So you as you smash into him, he stands up. This fire engulfs him as he rights himself up. You instinctively step back enough that this wave of heat that you feel sort of irradiate from him does no damage. But he will then also make you roll. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. Noise. He's going to take that flaming hand, and he's going to try and hit you with a firebolt with an 18 to hit.
That does not hit.
Ooh, cool. So again, you as you step back instinctively, holding your shield ready, the firebolt that he casts out towards you, you not parry it, but you kind of steady its force in the fire with your shield. And that would be no, he's gonna move. He's going to move. Yeah, going to run away, drink this way. And then I think everyone should be all thirsty. Yeah, perfect, cool. And that will be the end of his turn. So it is now Cordelia. So Fletch, what's Cordelia?
Okay, let me figure this out here. Cordelia's obviously. How tall are these? I guess pews. Are they pews? Are they benches?
Like the back of the bench is probably about 3-4 feet high.
Okay, yeah. So
Arms kind of the arms kind of like curve down to make arm rests at the end. There's no leather; they're all made out of stone. And there's no padding on the bottom of the seat as you kind of try and take stock as you were running past, at least anyway. And they are probably about they're exactly that much wide. So about 10 feet, 15 feet wide. So they're pretty
do these creatures look organic?
Yes.
Okay. Let me check something. Yeah. She's going to cast Blight on this guy, which is going to be a Charisma save.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a Charisma save?
I doubt it.
Yeah. No. Hold up.
I believe it's Constitution, right?
Sorry, I'm figuring this out. This. That's not. That's.
No, I can see it. 2-6.
Yeah. So 6. So it's a con save.
It's a con save. Cool. He makes the con save. He has rolled a 13 with a +3.
Okay, then I'm pretty sure it's like a half. So hold up.
It's half if it works.
Yeah, half on a successful one.
So 23.
Yes.
Cool.
Is it? No, never mind. Sorry.
I doubt it's a plant.
Yeah. You're looking at the same thing as me. Yeah. And that's her action. Let me figure out if she has bonus action stuff.
Bonus action stuff. And then Shane, you're next, so if you get ready to rumble.
Reggie.
Yeah, that's her. That is her turn.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Move.
Yeah.
Action. Okay. Shane, you're up.
Alrighty. So let me check distance again really quick. Hold 1 second. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Bonus action, I'm gonna move my dancing lights where I said I would.
Perfect.
Let me do that. I can move them 60 feet, so I'm good. I was checking the length of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I didn't actually plan an attack. Wait. Fuck, I don't even know if fire would be a good thing to do anyway. Probably wouldn't. Okay, let's go for some magic missile.
Okay. On
Why
which?
not? Get 3 darts. Let's do.
Pew pew pew.
Yeah, it's just these 2 guys. I'll do 2 on this guy
Mm-hmm.
and 1 on this guy.
Okay. That's auto hit, isn't it? So
So
it's just the damage you need to roll.
yeah, it's just a hit, so it's 1d4 plus 1 for each. So first one, 3. Second one, 3.
So 6
Third
total for the
one.
first one. That's fine.
Yeah, and then for the second guy, 4.
Woohoo! Okay.
Yay.
So you're
And then I'm gonna move. I'll go like
It's
here.
plus 1 to each of those. It's a D4
Yeah,
plus 1 damage.
I added plus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I added plus 1 to those rolls. Thank you.
Great question.
hit me with it.
He was knocked down and he had to use half his movement to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so he would be 1 over. There you go. My bad.
All right. I just didn't know. I was like,
Yeah.
That will be all from me.
That's all from you. Alone. So. Veal. What have we got? Yeah. You can do that with. Oh! You can get to there on movement alone. Whoop. Okay. Let's see. Will we pop Step of the Wind to get him within range? Yeah. Cool. Beep. Cool. There we go. So, pa. Why? Why you not let me do this? Right, that's fine. I know what I'm doing. So yeah. See, it's gonna key point the Step of the Wind to get within range, and then start laying in. Does anyone want to roll for him, or does anyone not mind for me to roll for all on ticks?
You can roll.
Cool. Where are we? Unarmed strike. So +9. And I rolled 2 5s, which would be 13, which will miss on both. And then key point 28 for flurry blows.
He used his bonus action on Step of the Wind.
Yes, he did. That's fine. Moving on. It's your boy Halvar. What we did?
All right, I'm a little bit away, but I have a I have trust, so I am going to dash straight up to this guy,
Cool.
and I'm going to rage, and I'm going to sit.
Oh, you're gonna
I-
sit down?
I-
You're gonna need to go 5 feet back to sit down.
No, I'm not sitting down. I've got to
You said
use
you're gonna
my
sit
action to
there.
dash there, so I can't attack him.
Yeah,
But
so
I
you're
can
gonna
bonus
sit,
action.
So he's
you're
gonna,
gonna
yeah.
sit there.
Have you blocked my path for my bow? That's the question.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I could
Yes.
be right here too.
Halvar, how
Yeah.
tall is it, Halvar?
Like
Sit.
5'8".
Yeah.
How tall are these people?
Mm. Maybe
Just like
5'11", 6.
so kind of.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty athletic build. Underneath that level armor.
I should be fine then.
They're not dummy thick in terms of build. You're gonna have a difficult time shooting through Halvar. He's the one who alerted the guards.
Cleo, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to move. Yeah. I'm going to not be able to move my character. I'm going to move 30 feet.
Is it not? What have I done?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to move here.
Oh, cool, you can. Cool.
And I'm going to stealth.
Mhm.
Math is hard. 28 to stealth.
Ooh. Very stealthy. So you kind of duck underneath the 4 feet of stone pulpit, and yeah, we are well and truly hidden.
Then I attack the one that Patches Olan's on
Attack! Do it.
with my bow.
Pew-pew.
That's gonna miss. 10 minus 4 is 6.
An unfortunate miss.
Okay.
So you rush towards, skid underneath behind the pulpit, and almost as if you kind of loose it a little bit too quick, you see it kind of strikes the pulpit in the front row, and doesn't find its target.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from Cleo?
Nope.
Cool. Amne's up. Kyle, what are we doing with Amne?
All right. I have to. I can't move them
Oh,
by
sorry.
myself.
Uno momento, por favor. I shall fix it. Nope. That one. Perfect. There you go.
Sweet. I'm just move them over here. That's 30 feet, and point at this guy over here with an Eldritch Blade.
Eldritch Blast. Okay. Roll the attack.
So the low is a 50. Does that hit?
15. Does hit? Yep.
All right, so both of them hit.
Okay. And are you doing one on each or one on?
Both on the same guy on the right there.
Okay. Roll the damage, please.
First one is 8, and the second one is 9. So 17 points of force damage.
Pew pew. Very nice. So Amni again sees Cleo and take cover underneath, and they run up towards the rear pulpit, reach out their hand and find that in fact, oh, hold on 1 second. Hold please. I need to find out what colour it is. Oh, that one will do. Perfect. Cool. it is the kind of purpley red energy that goes fires off from their hand and finds purchase within the leather arm. This target. Anything else from Amni?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. So, I will also need you to make the dexterity saving throw for Halvar.
Okay.
As you see this chap that's obviously been rushed by both your Halvar and he does the same as the other target. And,
Do I get to attack now because he's taking an attack action?
Yes.
Sentinel?
No, that she held her action.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. That is a dirty 20 on the first
Nice.
attack.
Will hit.
That is 9 points of damage. 4 of that is fire. 3 of that is fire.
Cool.
And then my second attack, that is 22.
So how much was the total damage? What was the non-fire damage?
Non-fire damage was there was 6 non-fire damage, 3 fire.
Cool. And the second one?
And the second one, 10 points of normal damage, 1 point of fire damage.
10 normal and 1 fire, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. Excellent. So your 2 arrows boom, boom, fire off and find the target, no problem. That fire that engulfs them seems to absorb some of the fire damage, but the arrows themselves force their way through that wall of flame that they are engulfed in and strike without problem. Halvar, your save.
It was a 22 total.
No problem. So, but you would still take half, right? Because you don't.
Yeah. I don't have evasion, but I've got that nice little danger sense.
Danger sense. So there are we. No, that's the wrong thing. Hey. Yeah, perfect. So you take 4 points of fire damage. As you're just that little bit, as much as you kind of manage to step away to take the sort of full brunt of that fire engulfing him, and the way that it kind of spreads out a few feet in front of him, you manage to take just a little bit of a scalding from the heat.
Cool.
And then, so do we want to take a break just now, as it is just after 10 my time, or do you guys want to just crack on? As obviously I'm faced with it being Father's Day in Australia.
The boys are up in front.
I would be fine either way. I will not protest if we don't take a break.
I think we could delay a break until the end of this combat.
Cool.
Yeah, and we could just do like a small one, like just a quick
5 to
pee.
a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Awesome
Yeah.
sauce. Back to the top
Let's
of the
do
order. Oh, Thea, you're up.
Okay. My weapon has disappeared by now because that was that last attack was the 5th charge.
Okay, perfect.
So Thea's going to Thea's gonna dash to here.
Mhm.
It's gonna dash right behind, sort of
Okay.
here,
Gotcha.
and then bonus action rage.
So the two barbarians effectively have stormed towards this target and screamed them a bit, and that's been
Question.
Yo.
This is more directed at Rel because I know he knows this off the top of his head. When someone's prone, I know that's advantage, but is it considered a critical because they're on the floor and
No.
it hits? Okay.
It's just advantage.
Okay.
They have to be paralyzed or something.
They have to be paralyzed or unconscious. Yeah, got it. I knew it was something. Anyways, carry on.
Cool, no problems. And then is that the end of your turn for Thea?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Did everything.
Nishara, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to get closer to the fight first off.
Woohoo!
You have it measured. There it is. Run up to here. And then now I'll do the spiritual weapon because I couldn't do it last turn.
Okay. Where would you like to put it?
Well, I've got a 60-foot range, so I'll put it here next to this guy.
You got it.
And take a swing with it as well as what is not that.
Okay.
There we go. Sacred Flame.
Ooh.
So an attack roll and a dex save.
Yep.
Dex save.
Attack roll.
I am rolling butts.
Well, did you beat a 17?
I did not.
Cool. I rolled 18 plus. Yeah, I rolled a lot. 27.
Is that for the
Yeah.
spiritual weapon thing? Yeah, that
Yeah.
absolutely hits.
So let's see. Sacred Flame 2d8. Nice. Yeah. 7 radiant damage from Sacred Flame, and spiritual weapon is also a d8.
Ha, nice.
Nice. 13 more damage from the spiritual weapon.
Ooh, very good. Very nice. So 20 total. Excellent. So your spiritual hammer, crunk, and you follow it up with your blast of radiant energy. As both of them find their target without problem. He seems to be, pretty beaten up, but seems to still be hanging in.
Well, that's my turn.
That's you. Okie dokie. Follow, you're up.
Okay. Fellow seeing Thea come up. Yeah. Fellow's going to move over to the other one. Hold up. Yeah, he can easily make that. And he's going to move right there.
Okay.
And then he's going to go ahead and make an attack his blade.
Mm-hmm.
Drop. No. Yeah. So I know what he. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this properly.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to attack with his blade. Attack. He's going to attack twice. I don't know what I was thinking.
Okay.
I'm just going to attack twice with my blade. And I'm going to make one of them a slashing flourish.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm. That will indeed hit.
Okay. It's going to be a. Okay, that's good. It's really good. That's average. Okay, so that's... I'm going to do math here if I can do it properly. 17 damage for the first hit, slashing.
Okay.
Second hit will be another slashing flourish. Oh, that's... well, wait, I can declare it afterwards. That's a 17 to hit.
17 will hit, yeah.
Okay. Garbage. 10 points of slashing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attempt to shove him back down on the ground.
Okay. Contested athletics.
Yes, it is. That's good.
12.
25.
No, he fails, so he gets bumped to the ground. Your two swings seem to cut through this fiery engulf the shield almost that it has cast over itself. And when you do so, you see sort of like spurts of almost like shooting flame come back at you every time you strike it. You take 20 points of fire damage from the attack. And then as you shove him to the ground, he gets knocked over once again.
Okay, do both of these creatures seem engulfed in fire?
Yes, they both. Yeah, that was. Both of them on their actions engulf themselves in flame.
Good to know. And
Anything else
that
from
is my
Battle?
turn.
That's
Yep.
you. Awesome. It is now this chap's turn. So he's going to spend half his movement to get back up. And yeah, he's actually not going to attack you. What he's going to do is he is going to hold out his hand, and you see like a blast of fire come out of it, and you notice that the altar to your right hand side has that kind of oily, earthy smell you've been smelling all over this building, and it catches fire and creates almost like a massive beacon of flame. He can then he's then going to turn his other hand, and you see from the palm of his hand 3 orbs of light in this triangular form begin to light up, and he's going to try and scorching ray upon you.
On me?
Yes, pal. So one is an 18, a
Misses.
17,
Misses.
and 24.
Hits.
24 lands. So one of them will hit. 2d6. Which is 12 points of fire damage.
Okay.
You manage to sort of cast off the 2 first blasts with your shield, and you sort of poke up to see if that's the end of the onslaught. The third one, ping, catches you just in your shoulder.
Okay.
That will be the end of his turn. So it's now you again with Cordelia.
Okay, Cordelia is going to go ahead and move right here.
Mm-hmm.
And Cordelia is going to cast Tidal Wave.
Ooh, interesting.
And use 1 sorcery point to make it a careful spell. And I'm designating Olon, Fallow, Halvar.
We automatically make the save.
I think it's... I don't know if it's automatically make the save. Let me check it here.
That's what Careful Spell does.
Yeah, they automatically succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And it only goes 30 feet. So I'll choose the spiritual weapon if you're going to be like that, but I don't think the spiritual weapon's not technically an entity. So
You wouldn't reach Halvar with the spell anyway?
It can be cast in an area of my choosing.
Yeah, but it's only 30 feet.
Yeah, it can be cast where I want it to be cast.
Oh, okay, so you're going to put it, like, you can put it on...
Yes.
Gotcha, cool. Sweet, no problems.
So go ahead and make a dex saving throw for those two characters.
Dex save, inbound, pow. One is a 14, the other is a 10.
Both miss.
Bugger.
So
Well, that's
let me
just
go.
bugs.
Let me go ahead and roll 48.
Ugh, please don't. Just roll 2 of them. That would be great.
7, 8, 4, 5, 7, 12, 8, 20. So that's 20 points of bludgeoning damage. Everyone else takes half, including myself.
Am I in this?
4.
Yes, you are. So you take half. You're raging, so it's reduced to half again. So it's 6 points to you. They are considered knocked prone. The water it extinguishes all unprotected flames in the area.
Okay. I will
So it should extinguish the flames around them.
roll me another. So what's that? 8 you said for that.
Yeah.
Roll me another d8.
8.
Perfect. Yeah. So the flame that this chap ignited within the pat of oil is doused.
On both of them, the fire's out.
He only lit the one in this one.
He's talking
Okay.
about on. Oh, I thought you meant on the personage.
Oh
Yeah.
right, no, the one that the fire shield spell is still active, but the fire inside the altar is out.
All right, and then it disappears. And as a second bonus action, that's that's your turn.
That's it for Cordelia. Okay. Shane, you're up.
All right. Let me check distance here really quick.
Mhm.
Now this is something that I personally have never known. Am I able to dash? Like, is that a bonus action or is that an action?
It's
your
an
Action.
Yeah,
It's an action for most people, unless you're a monk or a rogue.
a monk or a rogue. Yeah,
Okay, well, I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Then,
that's fine.
because I'm thinking I don't really want to use fire, because they would probably be. Oh, I can reach this dude. Okay, cool. I'm going to this guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a crack with I'm gonna take my quarterstaff in both hands and give him a crack.
Let's do it.
He's prone.
So you get advantage.
Oh, he is
actually?
prone.
Both of them are prone.
Yeah, so you get advantage on that
Yep.
Cool.
because it's a melee attack.
I don't know if beyond 20 is gonna roll this as two-handed or not. Oh, geez.
Two-handed, yeah. So it's 3.
Oh, it did. Oh, it's 3 either way. Okay,
Don't
yeah.
you
So
need to roll
it's a
again?
19 to hit.
19 to hit, which does hit, and then you get
Wait.
the two-handed,
Cool.
which is 3.
Hold up. Doesn't she need to roll again because she has advantage?
Oh, I do have advantage. Yeah.
Oh, yep. Roll it because you might get that big.
I'll
fat
just
nine.
roll. I might
Roll.
get a 20.
Might get 20.
Probably not. Nope.
Nope. So the 19 still hits, and he does take the 3 bludgeoning damage. However, oh no, let's go that many. You do take 10 fire damage, which obviously is halved for you with resistance to 5.
Reduced to 5.
As again you strike this shielded fire and engulfs this target, but it sort of shoots out a spit of flame back at you.
Gotcha. Wait, wasn't that doused?
No.
No, so the fire
It
in
wasn't
the
doused.
altar's been doused, but they're
Okay,
still,
okay.
they're still
Okay. Sorry, that was just me not paying attention.
that,
However.
oh wait, hold. Check the spell for that one. Sorry. Yeah, no, that's fine. Cordelia's fine because she's not within 5 feet, which is perfect.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'm trying to. I don't think I have any other.
Oh, but No, Olin didn't do damage.
That was movement and action.
Yeah, I was looking to see if I was going to do bonus action, but you guys have a handle on it, probably. I'm not concerned. I don't like that, Greg. Stop that.
Understand. Okay. It is now Olin's turn. He is going to attack.
And he has advantage.
Yeah, so the first one is a 28, which will hit. And the second one is a 21, which again will also hit. Which is 6 and then 9, which is oftentimes 15 damage. And then 50. But then he takes
I can't wait for the spiritual weapon to come down. Just
4.
bam, putty. I'm waiting for this Celtic. The spiritual weapon. The hammer of God, just right on his back. Break this man's back. Ruin his career.
Hold on, I'm just gonna write down that Owen's got. He
Keep
took
hyping
4
up.
fire damage.
One.
And then he's gonna flurry of blows.
Let's go. Let's go.
Which
Get
is
that damage in there.
another with advantage. Which is 18, which will hit. And then 1 is another 6 damage.
Is Olan taking fire damage from each of these hits?
Yes. Which is another 8. 80. So yeah, Olin took 4 on the first one and then 8 on the second. And that's the end of his turn. However, it is your go.
Alright, I glare at this guy. Little crack of the neck. And smash the hell out of him.
You got advantage, buddy, without even having to go reckless. Let's go. Break his knees. Go for the knees.
First one is a 29.
That will hit, yep.
And the second one is a crit. So.
Woo! Destroy his ankles.
Nice.
Destroy his career.
Not that you're gonna need it. Remember, I cast Holy Weapon on you. So
Double holy damage.
Halvar ain't destroying his knees. He destroying that head like a watermelon.
So the first one is 33 points of damage.
It only takes 1. Yeah, so how would you like to...
Well, I'm going to crit him first.
Yeah.
That wasn't even...
Yeah, so that's the first one. But I mean, like, you're about to emulsify him.
Well, use that crit, like throwing the maul the other.
I could run over to the other guy, but I'm just going to smash this guy first.
Yeah. Make him like putty.
Yeah, he's about to become, like, emulsified. So you swing your maul to the floor and you see the holy light of blessing that Nashara gave to your maul, mixed along with the sheer brute force that you wield it with, and you see the fire shield shatter. You take, in fact, everyone's within 5 feet of him. So you all, the Thea, Shane, and Halvar take 4 points of fire damage.
Reduced to half.
And
me.
as the shield shatters, the force of the hammer just follows through, and the burning light of holy justice engulfs this person, and he just like explodes.
Yeah, that second attack was 55 points of damage.
Fucking hell! Pardon my French, but yeah.
How much damage was it, Howler?
Second one was 55.
So that makes it what, 88 total?
Something like that.
Fuck, go like that. Body slam.
Yeah.
That body ain't there. That body is now like a nice, like
Exploded.
you could use it as an aura almost.
How much damage did I take from that?
4 fire. He exploded.
This man broke his ankles. He needs some milk.
Got milk.
All right. Well, with the rest of my turn, I'm gonna run over this guy and use my bonus action attack since I decimated that guy to hit him.
Oh yeah, you got great weapon master. Another crit. Come on, just come at him, just like a man working on a nail. Just bam.
I wish.
Oh.
It was only a 28 to hit.
Oh, you're slipping. You're slipping.
When
Give
I
me the
don't have to
number.
use, or when I get the advantage that well.
Math. He is also exploded.
Alright.
The 1, 2, 3 of you around him take an additional 12 points of fire damage as his fire shield.
Yeah, that was only a 33.
33 damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the second time I did 33.
And
You're slipping, Howler.
It was 121 damage in one turn.
You're slipping, Halvar. You're slipping. You can't do enough. You're dragging the team down.
So, as the rest of you, as you see Halvar finish up the second or the second target person, you hear that stillness kind of after battle. There seems to be nothing more. You can smell the sort of sated burning aftermath of the oil that was briefly lit, sort of cascaded across the room with the tidal wave that carried it slightly. But other than that, there's just very empty stillness across the room.
Did those stairs continue to go down?
No, again, you're at the very bottom of the stairs.
Is there any other exit from this room?
There's not.
I start to investigate the room.
Thea would like to. Thea's going to investigate the statue.
Okay, roll investigation.
So are they both dead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Quite.
Sorry.
Look at Halvar. Halvar the wrecking ball. Just got a sledgehammer. Walked in with a sledgehammer.
Brutally murder.
Right when he
Halvar's
put the 2d8 on me, I was like, okay, yeah, these things it's time for them to...
Halvar is the type of man to walk into a saloon where everyone else has guns with a sledgehammer and is the only one to walk back out.
He's the only one that survives.
11.
Okay. 11 for investigation?
By the way.
19 for me for the statue.
Cool. So between the two of you, you kind of take a trained eye over the statue. It vaguely sort of resembles the dragon that's inscribed in the crests that are on the walls. The statue itself is made of stone, but it's very, very, very detailed. The craftsmanship is quite, well made. The scales are individually carved. They look almost real. You have the spines of the wings that create these tooth-like points. The tail wraps around the base of the statue with like large spiked kind of club, almost like on the end of the tail. The head itself sort of looks down upon the ground with this kind of look that makes you kind of not shiver, but kind of it feels like you're being judged upon, but also potentially get eaten at any. But Thea, you notice that there seems to be like these little markings that are all around the seem to have traces of like an oil, like quite a viscous liquid that seems.
Are they just regular markings, or do they say something?
They don't have any scripting or anything in them. The shape of them is in a dragon's.
Like hieroglyphics?
Just every single one is a dragon scale, and there's about sort of 21 of them, roughly.
And there's no like anything that could indicate a button or something to open up a secret panel on the statue.
No. The only thing that's on the base of the statue is these sort of wells of the shapes of dragon scales. As you've looked around, you feel like an oil like viscous.
Can Fallon make a percept or investigation?
Yeah, if you want. Mm-hmm.
On the statue.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 18 plus 21.
Yeah, so you get the same as you look around. You see the exquisite craftsmanship on the statue itself, and you find these dragon scales. And again, you manage to scoop up. And having seen the altar to the left of the scale, to the left of the statue, sorry, you recognise that oil is the exact same one, presumably. It looks the exact same colour and has a very oily touch to it. So you presume it's the same one that's inside the altar.
I'm brainstorming in the chat right.
Do you mean augury?
Augury, that's what I meant, not clairvoyance.
I also have that one.
Sorry, I couldn't think. Okay, well, yeah, if we could do that, that would be soup's great, because I don't want to kill us.
Anybody has detect magic other than
I
me?
do.
I do.
I don't want to.
I do.
Someone want to sit down and ritual that?
Yeah, I can ritual that for sure.
So are we taking a short rest or?
If I ritual that though, my torches will drop.
I can just cast it.
Which
I'll just.
Well,
okay.
I can cast it from my necklace, so I won't be wasting a spell slot.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so Cleo, you
Yes.
Cast the detect magic. You obviously pick up the magic of the dancing lights, pick up the magic of all the items around you. When you focus it down a little bit onto the statue itself, you sense a trace amount of conjuration magic. Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, okay.
Cleo with Arcana, let's go.
Cleo's smart.
Cleo,
She's smart, she's not magic smart.
-3.
Aww.
While this is going on,
7.
Fallon's going to.
7. So you're not sure why it's like trace. You're not sure, is it dormant? Is there just not enough of it there to be coming through? Is it underneath something? You're not sure, but you definitely get a sense that something's not. You're not getting a full read of the magic. You know it's there. Definitely sense the conjuration magic, but you're not sure it's coming from the statue. You just don't know, is it inside the statue? Is it underneath it? You're not sure. Something's blocking it.
Isn't conjuration magic teleportation magic too?
Yes, teleportation spell under conjuration, yeah.
Would I know what dragon this is?
Roll a history check, yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Hold up. History. That's an H. Okay. That is 21.
21. So you kind of take a moment after investigating the statue itself to kind of stare down the glaze of a glazed look that the statue's given. And you sort of try and rack your brain for the many storied slain dragons from the royal history of Viltriana. There's often been sort of general depictions of dragons and things, but you don't remember there being one drawn in such a way with such sort of like clawed spines to the wings with a big club on the end of the tail. It seems to be far more heavily armored than what the dragons that have been slain by your ancestors.
All right. I'm going to go over to Nishara. And Nishara, do you have could you help fix me up? I think I got a few burns.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. And I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
How bad are you?
Fallow's looking. His armor is no longer polished. It's kind of charred, and anything that's not metal is definitely like singed. And a lot of his skin that's exposed is red from either like just like almost a burn, or it's starting to look singed itself. He's not looking really great at all.
On a scale of 1 to 71.
On a scale of 1 to
You rate your
70,
companion.
he already has an empty bottle. He's looking at about a 30.
More like on a
Owie.
scale of 1 to 5, since those are spell levels I'm going to be casting at.
Probably a 3.
I was gonna say a 2 or 3. Yeah.
If you want to just save that spell and cast a prayer of healing if you have.
I don't think I have that.
What is she doing?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's meant for this chat.
Maybe not.
I think it's like a bell ringing, possibly.
Hey, can we see the map that the Dragonborn left us?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Un momento, por favor.
Please.
I shall supply.
While the healing is going on, I'm gonna say, does anyone have any kind of like augury spell or?
And while she's doing that, I'm going to just like go to the tail and tap on it with my mouth just to see if there's any reaction.
There's no reaction. The stone doesn't echo. You just hear the sort of soft tink of your metal hitting stone. It doesn't break. It seems to be very, very well bonk made.
Alright, then I will sit down and start casting augury.
Okay. Can you see the map? Okay.
Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So how much was it?
I want you to.
Prayer of healing, so I'm going to do prayer of healing for anybody else who needs healing.
Okay.
I do, please.
Olin would kind of dust himself off of some char as well and says, "Thanks."
So is this? Are we taking a short rest here?
I don't think so.
This is 10 minutes. And the ritual casting, which is also 10 minutes, right?
Okay.
Or 20 minutes.
So we can say at the same time. Yeah.
How much are we healing? Oh, you're doing it right now. Sorry.
Yes, that's not terrible. 12, 17 points to everybody.
Oh.
More than I have, so it works. Oh no, it's not.
I am now doing okay.
I'm back up to full, guys.
Hey.
Back above 100.
I am close to full.
How did I take 20 fire damage from like that first strike? By the way, Craig.
Because it's 2d8 every time you strike it.
How 20? That's 16.
I've got 6 creatures.
Might have a bonus.
2d8. So
or you hit it twice. You hit it twice.
Yeah, you hit twice.
Okay. I was so concerned. I was like, like a +4. I'm like, this math isn't adding up. Math is math.
What were you saying?
I only can hit 6 people, so.
I don't need any healing.
I need it, please. I'm like 21 down.
Omni doesn't need it.
Omni doesn't need it. I don't think Cordelia took any damage either. I don't know if she took any damage in the previous fight though.
Looking at this. Hold up. I don't know if I have the spells.
Aren't we able to read this map?
Yeah,
I wrote it.
Decipher this? I don't remember.
I wrote it in Infernal, but yeah.
So what?
Oh wait, I know
Oh yeah,
Infernal.
so it is readable.
I thought it was primordial because
Primordial. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in primordial.
Amphi.
So that
Primordial.
that meant myself, and I'm assuming the Genasi's can read it. I don't know if both Genasi's can, but
We can still see the pictures, right?
yeah, then the Genasi's can read because I knew Cordelia could.
Can we still see the pictures?
Oh yeah, like that's exactly what you would see. It's just
Okay.
if you don't read Primordial, you don't understand it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try.
and the top one said ground floor, the middle one was first floor, the bottom one was basement.
I'm
And I can't remember what the bottom text read because I don't think I wrote that one down.
It says, "Beware of the machinations."
Right. Okay. Yep. Which we dealt with.
Sure, buddy.
I'm gonna go up to Shane and say, could you humor me for a second and just light these 2 tar pits, if you don't mind.
Here's the thing. I'm thinking the same thing, but I would like Halvard to do some augury real quick, and because I feel like that would be the next logical step. But I also don't want to summon a fucking demon or dragon by doing so, because they were literally just trying to do that 2 seconds ago. So it could be a very, very bad idea. So I'd
We've
rather
dealt with
just
dragons before.
check. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
demons,
but just
not dragons.
Damien's.
You might have.
Yeah, yes, we have, but we haven't. I don't know. Just something about this dragon and all of this. I just want to check and see, just real quick.
Cool. So, what are you? What is it? Halvar uses for augury?
Just say like, would lighting these pillars on fire be a terrible idea?
Yeah, you probably have some cards.
You're sure yours is
if you're looking.
Cool. So you take a knee, shuffle up some cards, and then you start laying them out. You get you sort of you lay the cards out. You look at them for a moment, and then you get that sort of hot and cold vibe from whatever entity is giving you. It's not obviously basically.
Is our wheel and woe, or nothing?
Yeah. I would put it as wheel and woe.
So what does that mean again?
Good and bad results.
Yep. Means if we light these, something good and something bad will happen.
This whole place is bad. Let's just.
Okay, yeah, but
If it's bad, I'll be the one to die, and then you guys can get out of here. How about that?
I mean, ideally, none of us will die. That's the ideal thing.
This is war. Nothing is ideal.
That's what I'm here for.
What does everybody else think? And she'll turn her head to everyone else and be like, do we really have any other option? Because I feel like we don't. I just don't want to bring about anything awful.
I mean, I'll be standing right in front of this dragon in case it comes alive.
He has shown to be very, very resolute about his
dragon, and if it moves, we kill it.
Yeah, he's been shown to reduce people to meat puddles, so you know.
A dragon isn't that much different, just a few scales here and there. I mean, heck, I think in a matchup between our astute, religious cleric, I think in that my money would be on Halvar. No offense, Nishar.
Wow. Oh.
If he was fighting me, my money would be on Halvar. Almost on anyone.
Honestly, if anybody else said that, I'd be insulted, but I don't really mind from you. I don't really care.
Understandable.
So the symbols that were around the bottom of the statue, you said it had an interesting stuff in it.
Yeah.
Would that also be oil?
Yes, following yourself, get that kind of viscous, and you kind of put your heads together and come up with the oil. The inlays are all shaped as dragon scales. So they're all the same. It's uniformly, there's 21 of them around the base of the dragon.
Okay, here's what
So
I'm
we
thinking.
we could light that, but that might make things worse.
Or progress us further.
Okay, I have an idea, but everyone should stand back.
You're gonna do a wall of fire and light everything at once?
I'm either going to do a wall of fire or I can shoot a couple bolts at each of them. I'm not sure which would be
That's
better.
true.
I'll probably say
one of them
save.
saves a spell slot, so
I'd probably say save a spell slot, just in case something does come along.
okay. Just everybody, I'll like center myself, and I'll say everybody just stand back for a second, and I'll do firebolt and shoot. There, you said that this is also oily.
Yes, the 21 dragon scale shapes around the bottom of the dragon. Oil.
Do the two.
Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea.
First.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll do the 2 pillars. We'll wait like 10 minutes, and if nothing happens, then I'll do the middle. Sound good?
I don't think we need to wait 10 minutes. If something.
Well, you never know. I don't know. It took 10 minutes for Shar to heal us.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we use this time to take a short rest? We don't need the healing.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of. Yeah, I was going to say that's
for abilities.
If we do a short rest, then we do lose the holy weapon. But that's completely.
I mean,
I feel we can find another time. Time is of the essence. We don't know if the town guard are coming in right now. And Fallow is taking out a torch now, and he's starting to light his own torch.
Okay. I'll just do 2 firebolts. We'll wait a minute. How about a minute? Is that fair?
Fallow is going to the statue and just starting to light it.
Okay. Well, I'm literally whizzing past him, just shooting 2 firebolts to each.
Fallow, I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Awesome. Okay. That's a 19 straight.
Okay. So as you start to walk around the outside of the statue, the tail whips itself round, and you hear the of the stone crunching, and you see the tail begin to move its way towards you, and you jump back ever so slightly. What the rest of you see is this dragon where it's kind of in this hunched up wings, curled state. It rears on its 2 haunch legs, its wings spread out, and its head lets flame down from it.
I knew this was going to be a bad.
And what it does is between the spines of the 2 inner spines of its wing, it's the floor and the mouth it's creating. It's almost a constant stream of fire, but it creates this portal of sorts. You're not sure where it goes. You're not sure what it does, but it creates a.
Fallow heads through.
Oh shit!
Thea follows behind.
This. Yeah, right through.
Yeah, everyone's just going through.
Everybody go. I'll be. Should we leave it open or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
As Fallow's coming, and Shane's being indecisive, Fallow just kind of grabs her arm, like, "Are you ready?"
Yes. I just.
And as soon as she says yes, he jumps through with Shane.
All right. Well, hopefully no one tries to follow us.
If you close it, we also can't get back out. So
yeah, we don't know where this is going.
True.
If this is going to a different plane,
Yeah, that's fair. We don't have any.
I mean, we're going. You can do whatever you want if Celtics, if Nishar's. Okay. Yeah, we're all through.
Okay. So you all.
Is everyone? Yeah, I was about to say. Is Cleo following?
Ooh,
yeah.
Nope, Cleo's out again.
And gets captured.
Cool.
Again.
Okay, so then let's do it from this point. Who is all stepping through? So Fallow is stepping through.
Cordelia is stepping through.
Cordelia is stepping through.
Cordelia is stepping through behind her sister, making sure her sister goes through.
So, also stepping.
Pew.
Olon is like, nope, I'm out.
It's gone.
It's all on doing like 2-finger salute and falling back into the portal.
If Olon and if the group is going, I'm gonna be like when the last one's through. I'm not gonna stay here by myself.
Probably for the best. I feel like Olon would probably have like coaxed Cleo, kindly coaxed her.
Yeah, definitely.
Through.
I understand. This is definitely insert Olon.
Insert patchism here.
Yeah, insert inspirational
quote speech.
Yeah, and then I'd follow Olon. Yeah.
Okay.
Philo has his shield ready first. Like he's coming through and his shield is already like as if he's just like marching forward, like pushing forward, like expecting almost something to slam into it on the other side.
Kyle,
so are we left to right order?
Sorry, what was any of that?
Thea went right with Fallow.
Yeah, Thea went immediately when Fallow went, because she's just like, my charge is going through, I'm not letting him go.
Yeah, as did.
As did Halvar.
That's fine. And then...
Did you yank me in? Was I yoinked in?
Yeah, you were definitely yoinked in by Fallow.
I was yoinked? Okay, so I guess I'm also the...
That's fine. See.
I feel like Cordelia dives through the portal.
So, the first... So the four of you are going through first, and then Cordelia would follow after. Nashara, when is she jumping through? After Cordelia, or with the first four?
After Cordelia.
After Cordelia. And then you three would be in this order. Okay, okay. I need Halvar, Thea, Fallow, and Shane to roll a D100. But
this is where we get split up in flames.
Sweet! Can't wait.
Shane and Thea, I need you to do so a second time and give me the higher of the two numbers.
Do you want me to give one for Cordelia since she went through alone?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Only the first four.
We were the first four through.
That's a 70. That's a 71 for me. Hey.
Okay, one's good. One's
Let's
good.
see, your hit points.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually 70.
Okay.
I
got a 22.
22. Okay.
Whoa! Oh man, I hope we have to roll high because I rolled a 99, baby.
Wait, didn't you roll 78 before?
But
I did, and then a 99.
Do we need to roll twice?
No, only
Thea.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you guys are like
fire.
Probably fire.
Yeah, I get it. Special treatment.
It's
whatever.
my mom, guys.
Yeah.
The dragon's my mom.
My highest was 83.
8. Fun. Cool. So
we take that much damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say I instantly die.
Halvar is the only one alive. Halvar and Thea are the only two alive. Everyone else crumples to the floor.
Oh no, Halvar, no!
Hold on.
It's like golf. It's like golf, guys. We need to roll low.
100 damage that currently I could take any amount of that.
But you're not raging.
I don't get reduced damage from fire when I'm raging anyway.
Oh wow!
I'm not a bear totem.
I am, but I have to rage.
Okay, so you, the rest of you, follow through. You kind of are cast down this. It seems like you should, you see this fire engulf this pathway in front of you. It happens in a flash. But you all see this sight before you, this flash of fire, and you totally expect it to be like, shit, we're all about to die. This is that we're engulfed in flames. Fuck, we're all in trouble. But then after a quick flash, the two Champions on Fire, you get a sense of direction. You can see and feel that in front of you is something that's meant to happen. Something.
Okay.
You're in. This is like the direction you're supposed to find this. This is intended for you.
Us specifically, or the entire group?
For the Champions of Fire, yeah.
Okay.
You both specifically.
Understood.
You don't hear any voices, see or hear anything until eventually, as a group, you all land here.
The first 4?
Well, the first 4, but then you all flash in your order, and all kind of land without cause, without problem. This portal's intended destination seems to be a safe transportation. And you land in this kind of dockyard, with stacks of goods on the far side, this room, this sort of shantily put together shed. The air's bitter cold. It's like you would expect it to be winter. The sky's black. There's not a cloud to be seen. There's no stars. There's barely any light at all, except for one flicker of flame that seems to be generating inside this hut, this shed.
And Halvar's Mall.
Yes, and Halvar's Mall. Yep, so as Halvar comes to the mall, we create some magical light on. But the only flame that exists in the space currently is this light. The shed. For those of you who are formerly part of Sunday Squad, this is very familiar. You remember that this is a dockyard that you've been to before.
Wait a minute.
This is the World's End market. This is the dockyard there, where you stole a boat and you drove before and you fought here before. But
yo, this is like OG son.
Yeah.
This was like
This is where I burned the jester, guys. Oh shit.
But obviously at that time there was people here, there was guards here, there was obviously boats coming and going. It seems as if it's in completely different time.
Fuck.
What would you like to do? As obviously everyone else follows.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like, I have a feeling that once we all pass through, there would probably be a stunned silence of some sort. Unless, does anyone think their first reaction to going through would just be immediately doing something?
As soon as Fowler goes through, perception check, please.
Go for it.
Yeah, perception check.
Anyone else that wants to roll perception?
Yeah.
But you want to do so. Well, no, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine because there is the light from the.
That's 28.
22.
Okay. Celtic?
5.
22.
5. 22.
14.
4. Anyone else?
I think that about covers it.
Okay, so you all get that. You all obviously are stunned by the cold of the air. That as soon as you blast through, you're stunned by the cold. So it takes you a second or two to kind of sort of adjust ever since, like, obviously Shane, so you're just like, good day, not a problem. But you have a glance around and you kind of struggle to see through the sort of thick darkness that seems to exist with no natural light from anywhere else other than Halvar's Mall and that flicker of flame from the side. You see nothing other than buildings and things inside you. The water seems eerily still, almost like there's no tidal. Like everything other than the flame itself is still. Like you're frozen in a certain moment, in a certain period, at a certain time. It's just got that sort of strange feeling about it.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
As in, like, there's like a wave and it's just not moving, or is it still like flat lake?
Yeah, basically. So if you glance out towards the end of the pier, and you would expect to see the sort of changing in wave as that sort of ever so slight sort of change in light you would expect as the crest of the wave comes and goes. It's almost like there's no tidal wave at all. There's no tide at all. The water's still, like it was a lock. It was a pond, and nothing had acted. The water is completely still.
Can you point out to me where the flame is?
Yeah, so the flame is coming. You can see through a little window from inside that building there.
Shane's gonna walk right up to that like she's gonna just go. Is there a door? I'm assuming.
There is, but it's locked. And
Shit.
follow your instincts draw you towards the window.
Okay.
And what you see inside the window is
Windy.
young, red-skinned, fair orange-haired child with an elven male next to her.
An elven what?
An elven male.
Okay.
And they seem to be, I don't know, playful. They seem to be, almost like father and daughter.
Do I recognize?
With your 28 perception check, I'll say that your logic puts two and two together, and you would suggest that it's Shane.
Say again, you kind of cut out in the middle of
that. Feels.
Who?
I'm like tearing up a little bit right now. Here, I'll bless you guys with cam of me freaking out.
What family?
Here.
I didn't catch the name. I didn't catch the name, Greg.
You think it's Shane.
Shane?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Seeing that,
I look terrible right now too.
I'm going to just point, look over to Thea, and I'm going to point at the door. Say, I think it's for you. Guard's going to relax as he kind of begins to just wander the field outside.
Okay.
I have an odd feeling about this. No, we're not gonna die. Probably.
Being told that, Thea goes up to the door, and upon noticing that it's locked,
well,
sort of.
When you put your hand on it.
What? Paradox, genius paradox.
Thea enters.
Okay, and as you step inside, the scene described to you by Valo changes. You step inside and you're greeted by the mass tents of your home from the wildlands. You see all the different shapes of tents, from the chiefs to your own, to the medical tent that your mum occupies, to the varying other tents that are used as social spaces. And you see across where there's very little activity, where you would expect to see multiple people back and forward. You see a younger version of yourself dart across from one tent to another.
I don't see her walk into the room that I'm in.
You do. You see Thea open the door into you.
But I mean, like, through the window, do I see her entering what I'm looking at?
No.
Okay. I figured as much, but wanted to verify. I noted, part of me in the back of my head notes that, but I'm transfixed on what I'm looking at right now, so I don't really make any mention of it.
Thea follows herself quietly.
Okay, that's fine.
I think Shane will say out loud she's not there. But
yes, as soon as you see Thea step inside, where you'd expect to see Thea round the corner towards this kind of sitting area, this sort of, there's a couple of seats and a fireplace. It's quite a cozy scene. You don't see Thea in the room at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's just gonna say almost like detached, just like she's not there, and just keep looking.
So, Fal, you said you were inspecting the rest of the this area as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kinda
Is anyone
wandering
else
around.
up to anything while I'm going?
I'm occasionally glancing back, but I'm really just kind of meandering.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk like towards the docks and take a look, see what's different from what we remember.
Cordelia's gonna go check out the sea.
Okay.
The water. They're gonna touch the water.
Mm-hmm.
Is anything different about the water?
I will let you know to get everyone else's movement. Cleo.
Yes, Cleo is not moving.
Cleo stood perfectly still. Okay, doc. And Nashara, you were going. Are you next to Shane? Or are you going to the door?
Here, she's not there. I'm going to go peek in the window next to Shane.
Okay. And you see, as previously described, a male elven sat with a very young, red-skinned, haired, potentially Genasi. Looks very, very alike. Shane is, as you can obviously tell by how transfixed Shane herself is on the, you can read a room and you know that okay, probably Shane. And yeah, you don't see Thea in the room.
Can I go to the door that Theo went in and stepping in? Do I see her?
You see, as Thea saw, you remember you've been here before. You've seen Thea's clan home. You see the tent, the beaten sun of a born day. But again, there's not a soul to be seen. But you see Thea following in a direction towards.
Well, that's interesting and eerie. Is there any other windows to the building?
There's none. No. As follows, obviously, as you're going around the building, you'll be able to relay that information. That there's no other window to this.
I'm not really like being receptive. I'm very being like.
Oh, but
really
no, but you're
relaxed.
passive as well. But yeah, but you're passive.
I mean,
you
no.
probably know that.
I'm definitely kind of aware. As soon as I kind of get far enough away, like probably like 50 feet away from the house, I'm just gonna sit down at the grass and lay down.
Okay.
Cleo will join Fallow.
Perfect. Okay. You're gonna park your bum. And then we'll say over here. Okay. Halvard, roll me a history check.
I have that.
Yes, there is. You have history.
You sure do, buddy.
You have a history.
That is a dirty 20.
Hey, GG. So, you kind of, it's been a while since you've been here. You know, from the
Like it's been 50
everything that's
years.
happened. Yeah, it's been a long, long while. As you go around inspecting the boxes, remembering that Kai had clambered up and used its vantage point for shooting down on. The boxes look near identical, as if they haven't changed in all that time. You know, you don't sort of remember specifics, but you get the general vibe that nothing's changed. Obviously, the only thing that's missing from this, from when you were here previously, is the boat that was left parked for you to collect at another state. Is gone. And you look around all the barrels, they are full. You know, you can hear liquids rolling around in them. You can, if you shake a small wooden box, you can hear produce inside. And other than it being devoid completely of people other than yourselves, and devoid of any boats, and the pure stillness of the air and the
I don't. I don't like this place. Nashara says out loud.
Nashara says. Roll. Well, I'll say for Cordelia, obviously being born of war, she goes over to the side of the dock, kind of leans a hand over, puts her hand in the water, and it reacts as water would react. It kind of waves, and you see as Cordelia puts her hand in, she sees that the ripple effect Doppler happened, but as it gets further and further out, it just stops. Where obviously there's no destructive interference anyway, but as it casts it across this mass sea, eventually that kinetic energy stops and descends itself the rest of
Alright.
them.
She's going to kind of circle back and look in the window.
As she pulls her hand out, the kind of water, almost as if she was pulling it out from like gel, like jelly. It kind of like.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of splashes back in eventually.
She's definitely going to get away from that.
And she kind of shakes her hand off. She feels like really extreme. Like as much as the air is cold enough as water's like almost as if it was if it were normal, it should be ice.
I want to hijack really quick, Cordelia, just for backstory purposes, if you don't mind, Zach. Just for a second.
Yeah.
Just for a quick second. If she looks in the window, that thing that Shane is looking at, I have a feeling that she would just like also stare, and probably take Shane's hand and just hold and just grip it really, really tight. I don't think she would say anything out of understanding, but just both watching
So she finishes,
somebody that we miss very terribly.
Yeah, so she finishes up with the water. She would head.
Yes, Zachary?
I'm just going to ask her how she'd react in that situation, because...
I have a feeling mine is very similar to what she would have done, but
Yeah, I just don't know.
The only thing I would have said based on your previous reactions when discussing said character in window would possibly that she would rush in. But
I don't know.
But that's just me. But I agree that probably your reaction is better.
Just based on reading. There is a possibility she might rush in, but we'll know if we hear back.
Yeah, but based on who that is in the window,
Second Shane, guys, we get to grow a new one. It's like a baby arm.
Wasn't
a bunch
so
of
much
bugbears come and rip up Shane.
Okay, and then for the four of you that are sat, sort of looking out into this sort of still afternoon, evening, morning. What are you discussing?
Who?
Me and you and Shara. Or
no, you follow me and
the little cluster.
Fowler has definitely like stabbed his sword into the ground, feeling how the ground is.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's dirt.
Can you do that? Oh wait, it operates like dirt. Okay. And yeah, Fowler's just gonna kind of lay back on his shield, and he's gonna if he notices Cordelia, or not Cordelia, if he notices Cleo coming over, he's gonna like offer the ground next to him that he's laying down on.
Offer the ground.
She'd sit with him. This isn't right.
This is what I imagine death is like.
Maybe. I.
That's what I think it is like, at least.
Well.
Hope it's like.
Hope it's like silent.
Yeah, peaceful.
I
anything.
I think we both know this isn't death.
Yes,
I mean, it's hopeful thinking, but
I'm sick and tired of gods. Sick and tired of family members telling me what I can and can't do. I just want to enjoy this for a second before the illusion is pulled away.
I get that.
And we find ourselves chained up or stabbed or whatever it is.
When we wake up.
Yeah.
Well, let's enjoy it then. And
Exactly my thoughts.
Cleo lays back on the grass.
I do promise you one thing if we wake up in an unfavorable situation.
What's that?
I'll make sure I'm far along dead before anything bad happens.
Well, let's try not to let that happen, I guess.
That's the goal. And I'm gonna try to take a short rest if I can. Fallow's gonna try to take a short rest. Let me know if he succeeds.
I'm staring at a window for an hour, guys.
Yeah, if you guys
real fascinating.
That's fine. So
now we take it.
Yeah, when you're
well,
gone.
I can't, but yeah.
Fella's been trying to take it, but at the same time,
what are my action search back?
Nashara, you stepping through the door with following Thea, or are you kind of then steady?
I stepped over the threshold,
Mhm.
but I didn't want to go any further. I don't trust any of these things. Anything I see right now, I don't like at all.
That's fine. And as you kind of turn back to make sure that the exit still remains the same, you do see, very strangely in the shape of that doorway, an exit back to this dock, to this seaside place.
I'm going to step back through.
Okay.
There's no portal behind us where we appeared, right?
No, there's no portal at the moment.
Cool. Didn't matter if we were or not. I really don't like this place. I don't like it more and more by the second.
Shara, when have you ever liked a place?
I like beds. Beds are very comfortable. I like just, chilling out in a nice, safe place that isn't some weird portal illusion. Is anybody concerned by the fact that the water isn't moving at all?
Yes, but we're trying to ignore it while others deal with whatever's going on. Why don't you come sit on the grass with Fallow and I?
I feel like Olan would pull out some
Reach.
Reach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just be like,
The fact that
Everyone-
everybody's just cool with everything is kind of making me a little bit more weirded out. I'm just saying.
Shara, there's something going on over there that the sisters and Thea need to figure out. We need to just bide our time. So come sit with us. Let them figure it out.
Shara walks over.
Thank you.
Sits down cross-legged. That feels stupid.
Have some Reach.
Walk backwards.
That's it.
Enjoys the company.
Howard's going to explore a little bit more of the town, just make sure that everything is desolate.
Well, as you take the path that you know should head back to World's End Marketplace itself, the road seems endless, and yet you travel nowhere. It's kind of like a Scooby-Doo corridor. It just seems to go on and on and on, past the same tree, same stone.
It's Kingdom Hearts, guys.
Same bush, where you would expect to eventually, after 5 or 10 years, being able to see the edge of the marketplace itself. It's not there. And as you turn back, you're just like, oh, I haven't moved anywhere.
Interesting.
We've got a room with limited boundaries.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that while they're all sitting, Omni would probably relay to those sitting where we are, because I don't think anybody except for me and Halvar and Omni know, because this was pre-Fallow Sunday Squad.
Right, but Fallow did come here, I think, when we went here a second time.
Oh, you did go a second time. Whoops.
I think Fallow was.
It was like a year ago.
It was a while, yeah.
It was a good while ago.
A good while.
I think he's definitely, if only for a brief time, definitely been here before.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like that message would be at some point relayed, but Shane is not going to relay it because she is looking at her pops.
Yeah. So, speaking of said wholesome, you feel Cordelia's touch on your shoulder, and as you do, feel the comfort of your sister with her, and staring at this scene. It's not familiar to you, as in like the scene that you're seeing shouldn't be in this space.
Yes, it's not at all familiar.
Yeah, you vaguely remember the time sat in front of the fireplace with your father while he was reading stories, or telling you tales of great adventures that he's had. But it was never in it should never have been in that room in this place. So it's very translocated. But the two of you stand and watch for a few moments, and again it seems like it's that scene almost on repeat. It's almost like in Dragon's Lair, where you get to a certain point, and if you do the wrong thing, it sends you back to the start of that same point until you do the right thing. You kind of get that looped feeling. And you only really sense that because of the flickers of the flame, where you would expect that kind of chaotic jump of fire from different aspects. It would never spark in the same place. It would never create crests of flame in the same space. You see 2, 3, 4 crests of flame constantly on loop in that same space. Just on loop.
Two things. First, my headphones are like slowly going out. I'm down to like one ear, really dim. Second off, got back from Cordelia. She would have definitely grabbed onto Shane, and she would have knocked on the window.
Okay. So as you stand after waiting for a few moments, Cordelia, finding the urge to take action, she knocks on the window pane, but the baby Shane and Pops inside don't react.
Gotcha.
I think Shane would place her hand on the window pane, not try to make noise, but just place her hand on it and try to see if she can control the flame that's in the room. Try to see if she can make it react to her at all. Just like make it a little bit bigger, nothing like alarming. She doesn't want to burn the place down.
Okay.
But just like try to make it a little bit bigger, try to make it react to her somehow.
Okay. Roll a 20.
A D20. All right. 12.
So you put your hand on the window pane and you try and concentrate, as you know, this was the very first thing that your dad taught. The very first thing, and you help mold your concentration on the spell. You try and coax the fire to be small, coax the fire to be bigger, but it just continues on that same.
Fuck. I'm gonna go try the door again.
Okay. As you see from obviously Nishara step back out, you step to the now open door. You see inside the cabin from back from forest. Father's shack often took you out hunting in when he had to be on duty guarding. And you remember you remember exactly as you look back out that window you just looked in the last 5-10 minutes or so. You then see the forest outside. You now know exactly as you remember. You feel the warmth of the fire coaxing across the room. You get that slight sense of the leftover stew for dinner. See a couple of plates lay on the table as you look into. As you step further in towards it, you feel that rush of nostalgia. You remember exactly what happened. You remember that you were being told a story, being sort of serenaded off to sleep. next your father would try and put you to bed. He went off for deck, as he did often at night. And as you step in, you step closer, you do see that your younger version of yourself is not the father recognizes it, but he's on with it. And you hear his voice. And the young little adventurer finds herself, her friends, come and save the day. And you see a little coloured book. He puts it down to one side, picks you up, takes you off to the room or side. And as you kind of feel that rush of want, desire, need to be with him again, you feel your hands rush in flame. Fire inside the fireplace erupts through up the chimney. Those of you outside see this almost flame like fire course up from the chimney. And Shane, you are like, you can try physically, you want to move, you want to try and do anything to stop this fire. Doing anything that it's doing, you want to speak to your father, you want to try and interact with him. But you just feel this burning desire to just let this fire rage, and rage. Thea, you continue through this deserted between tents. You know them inside out. You know exactly whose tent's who. You know that as you pass the tent on the right, that's the picture. You pass the next tent following yourself, and you know that pass another hunter's tent. You can see them heading straight towards the central pyre, the one that is the effective, just the church. And you see your younger self held in place, staring up at the non-lit pyre. And the chief, at the time, the same chief that took over, steps over, takes a. As you step closer, you feel that nostalgia again. Remember this if it was yesterday. He tells you great tales of the chiefs before. He tells you of great tales of what could come. The chiefs have the ability to do, and what the chiefs have to go through to give themselves so that she can control, give her experience and knowledge. And you can see the blaze of amazement in his eyes as she looks dead and is embraced the story the chiefs tell. You know that from here, rush home to your parent, to your family, tell them all about these stories. And of course, your father. And your father kind of just listens to it, but doesn't take mention. And it's your mother overhears the same. You know that she says, maybe one day you can be chief too. Give you that inspiration to go on to be the best that you can be. And after a few moments where you remember these stories, you it back as if you'd done it just yesterday. Young Thea, dart off, just as you expect. And the chief holds his hand out, takes a red ruby from his neck piece, puts it in his hand, and flames produce, and he erupts the pyre. And again, you feel like you want to go and yourself to speak to the chief. You want You want to explore and try and speak to someone, rooted with this burning desire to just want to be home, to just want to be with Einon again, to just want to be with the clan and for everything to be peaceful. And then woof, the fire and the pyre evaporates into the sky, creating all sorts of plumes of smoke, and everything to just be uncontrollable. And for the rest of you sat outside, you see the whole building erupts in flame. And that is where we're going to
That's the trap being sprung right
We're
there.
dead, guys. We're dead. Nostalgia, my one enemy.
I can still hear their
That's
voices.
a personal
sometimes.
attack on me, because I love nostalgia. I eat that shit for breakfast.
There's a mustache in the wings, I'm telling you.
I'm surprised it's not already on now.
I can't find it. I've put it somewhere. I moved my desk.
Get a pencil. Get a pencil, or just like an eye pencil. Just it's a marker. Just doodle it. Just doodle it. Put it. There you go. Nefarious writer's mustache. Because this is. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Brecky.
I am turning down the stream.
Bye, everyone.
Okay.
Bye.
Join us next time.
2. Out screen.